Good afternoon. It's day 5 from the Canadian National T20 Championships, and we've got the final. It's the rivals, Ontario versus British Columbia. My name's Arslan Kadir, and we're coming to you live from King City, Ontario, Canada. British Columbia winning the toss, electing to bat. It's a final. It's an important game. I'm Arslan Kadir. I'm joined alongside Manali Patel. Manali, it's all to play for here. The two rivals going up against each other this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Arslan. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This game is going to be a cracker. You were at the other ground this morning. I've seen a little bit of this pitch in the morning. It is playing low, so this should be interesting how these BC batsmen go about their business. However, we're looking at a very strong Ontario side. They were on fire against Quebec yesterday.
Ontario hasn't really been tested so far in this tournament, Manali, so they've got to come out well here, and this is going to be a real test. British Columbia, they've played well this tournament. Ontario, they've played well this tournament. It's a battle between the two big dogs in Canada, the two that are expected to be in the final, the two that are going to be in the final. British Columbia, Ontario. It is going to be Anup Ravi and Aaron Johnson out to stride out to bat for British Columbia. It's going to be Shahbaz Kayani to open the bowling for Canada. Manali, I don't see Jeremy out there, so we'll see if that is a big loss for Ontario. But nonetheless, Shahbaz Kayani, he's there. The captain, Navneet Dhaliwal, there. We're going to say these names all day. There's plenty of names for Ontario, but British Columbia, that big man, Aaron Johnson, Canadian international, he's there. They're going to be looking at him to get them off to a good start.
Yeah, and Aaron Johnson has been having a very good series, a very good tournament this week. A lot of games played this 5-day tournament. And Aaron Johnson is going to look to finish this tournament on a high.
This is going to be a thriller. If you're in the area, make your way down. We're coming to you live from King City, Ontario, Canada. So if you're here for the final, there's a lot of people who are watching. All the teams have stayed behind. All the teams from this morning, Manali, they're here to watch this final. The two big dogs, as I just mentioned. We're here to see a thriller. Shahbaz Kayani, he's been tasked to do the job. He's got best of 3 for 18. Shahbaz Kayani, new to the scene here in Ontario, but asked to do a job here with the ball. He's going to open things out. He's going to open things off for Ontario, and it's going to be Anup Ravi to face. One slip in place, the 2 men out, deep mid-wicket. Third man, ring on the offside. Short, fine leg in the ring as well. Mid-on. So this regulation field, there is a gap on them through the leg side, Manali, if you want to get it through the ring. But there is Dylan Haliger there lurking at deep mid-wicket. There's things now, as we just wait to get things rolling here. This is what everyone's been waiting for. It looks like the clock just hasn't turned to 2:30, Manali, so we're going to wait for that exact moment for that clock to turn to 2:30, and we'll get things going.
I did get to see Kayani bowl yesterday against Quebec. He had a fairly decent spell. But yeah, Jeremy Gordon not in the squad.
Ready to go. That's a good start from Kayani. Just outside the off stump, Manali, so exactly where you'd want to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we call this the Ontario side, Ontario BC, but we know just how many national players Ontario has.
BC's not too bad themselves. They've got four Canadian internationals in their team as well. We'll see them all today. Shahbaz Kayani now, once again to Anup Ravi. This one, look at him heave that over the leg side. There is a man there waiting, but Anup Ravi looking to get his team going here early.
Yeah, I certainly got the intent, shown that he wants to swing that bat, and why not? Got 6 overs to get some runs on the board in this power play, and they know they're going to need every run. Ontario yesterday, they put up 199 for Quebec in the semifinal.
Yeah, they've certainly played well this tournament, but now it's time to do the job with the ball. They're going to have to chase today. Shahbaz Kayani in once again. And this time it doesn't get an edge. No. Thought that was gone. Thought it was currents for Anup Ravi there, Manali, but not to be, as another play and a miss for Ravi.
Some good pace on that one, RC. Kayani's coming in, steaming in, and unfortunately, no bat on that occasion.
You say unfortunately for Shahbaz Kayani, fortunately for Anup Ravi, as he wants to get his team off to a good start. He's played competitive cricket. His first-class cricketer from Pakistan is Ravi, so we know he's more than capable of the bat. He's going to keep wicket for BC as well. Kayani now in. This time, looking to go over the top. He's going to find the man at mid-on, so just going to be a single. It does get the account. Oh, my God, nearly disastrous there as Aaron Johnson casually running down for that single. Akil Kumar alert as ever. Going for the direct hit, missing out on the stumps. But again, for British Columbia, they open their account. Anup Ravi, he opens his account. 1 for no loss after .4.
Marcy, we've spoken about the running in between the wickets with BC. That very first game that we did on the morning of Monday, it is not as intense as it should be, and we just saw a display of that. Aaron Johnson just strolling by for a single. They really have to put the pressure on Ontario. The fielders are strong, the bowlers are strong, and we know how strong Ontario's batting lineup is.
For BC here, they've got to get off to a good start, but we know the man, Aaron Johnson, Canadian international. He's going to have to do a job here for his team. He's going to have to get off to a good start. He played well against Nepal last week. He's played well so far in this tournament, but he's in for a battle against Shahbaz Kayani. Same field to Aaron Johnson. Kayani, his first ball to Aaron Johnson. Well played by Aaron Johnson. Just watchfully onto the offside. This is something we've seen from Aaron Johnson. Manali just watchful to start his innings.
Yeah, he is a patient man when he starts. He wants to make sure that he reads that pitch well, but we've also seen him hit a long ball, very capable to clear this boundary. Of course, he's played a lot of cricket in Jamaica, cricket in England. Comes with a lot of experience for this BC side.
And this is a good start to his first over. He's going to be looking to finish strong. This time, going for that Yorker, Aaron Johnson, going to be able to get off the mark, managing to get some bat on it. And at the end of 1, British Columbia, 2 for no loss.
A reserve start, RC, you would have hoped that they would have tried to attack the bowling a little more, but Kayani, that's a very good over for him. A good start for Ontario, a couple of plays and misses. Uphill task for BC to get some runs on the board.
No, definitely a good start from Kayani. He'll be happy with that. We said Jeremy Gordon not here today, not in this playing 11 for Ontario. Shahbaz Kayani tasked with that opening over, and he does it well. Just 2 runs coming off of it. And now you mentioned it was low and slow earlier this morning, Manali, and we're going to see spin early in this innings. It's going to be Parveen Dull. He's bowled well so far. He bowled brilliantly against Alberta. He's now tasked to do a job against British Columbia here, opening the bowling from the north end.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see spin on the other end. Spinners have done well consistently in this whole tournament, getting a lot of turn, and of course the wicket keeping low.
We've got shirt numbers on our team sheet for Ontario, but no shirt numbers on the back for Ontario. So we're going to have to do a job here. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled for these players. It is indeed Parveen Dull. He's got to slip in place. The 2 men out at long off and deep mid-wicket. Aaron Johnson beaten outside the off stump for the first delivery.
What a start to this over. Kumar could not have asked for a better delivery to Aaron Johnson. He knows how dangerous Aaron Johnson can be, and they would love to pick him up.
This time again, watchful from Aaron Johnson. We know he likes to be watchful early on the innings, so just watching that in the offside as we now see the man at mid-wicket asked to go further. More of a cow corner now. That's the get-out-of-danger shot for Aaron Johnson. This time, looking to go through the offside. Not to be, just finds the man on the cover ring. So a tight ring on the offside for Parveen Dull. And Aaron Johnson, watchful as ever so far early in this innings. There again on the sweep. This is going to be top edge. It's gone over there. Anup Ravi looking for the single. Aaron Johnson not alert. There was a single in that. Aaron Johnson not going through.
Yeah, this is poor awareness. Of course, his batting partner, Ravi, was on it. He was calling for the single. Aaron Johnson stuck in his crease looking for where that ball went.
Parveen Dull there once again. Short of length this time, so go on the back foot. Aaron Johnson looking to get that away through the offside, not to be. So again, this is a brilliant start from the Ontario openers. Couldn't ask for a better start. 2 for no loss after 1.5. 1 rub ball to go in the second over. there again, watchful. So that's a maiden for Parveen Kumar Dole. Aaron Johnson not able to get him away. And I said it was a good start. This is an even better start now with that maiden for Parveen Kumar. British Columbia 2 for no loss after 2.
Ontario could not have asked for a better start. Just 2 runs coming off of 2 full overs. British Columbia looking awfully patient out there. One has to wonder, what do you think is par on this pitch? Of course, we've got to think about how good the batting lineup is for Ontario. Par score, RC?
Yeah, I'm not sure if par score. We'll wait and see. But right now, they just need some runs on the board as Shabazz Kayani. It is going to be to continue. And this time, it's down the leg side. Anup Ravi gets some bat on it, but it looks to be Rayan Patan at short fine leg, managing to keep that in front of him. He didn't know much about it, but he kept it in front of him, and that's another dot ball.
Dot balls are racking up. You said Kayani is going to open this bowling. He's doing a good job. Jeremy Gordon played yesterday as well against Quebec, but not getting to bowl.
And this time, Ravi looking to go again. Finds the man at mid-on, Akil Kumar. He seems to be everywhere so far early on in this innings, and he's patrolling this straight boundary. He's at mid-on. And alert as ever. He's quick throw in as well from him. Good intent from Ravi, however, looking to go after it.
Yeah, he certainly has shown good intent, not able to get the value, however, for those shots. He's throwing everything he can at the ball at times. One of these two, RC, has to start being the aggressor.
It looks to be Anup Ravi right now. Shabazz Kayani, he's going to continue. This time, looking to go over the leg side once again, not to be on that occasion. And Shabazz Kayani, this is brilliant stuff from him. The slip has come out. Manali, he's now at short mid-wicket, the captain himself. So interesting little field. I would have liked to see the slip still in place. Not to be. Navneet Daliwal with a slow wicket. Looking for a miscue on the leg side. Shabazz Kayani, it is going to be. This time again, looking to go through the leg side. This is going to fall into the gap. That brings up the first boundary for British Columbia. Exactly what you were looking for, Manali. Somebody take the attack to Ontario. Anup Ravi, it is.
That was a great shot. Showed some confidence. Of course, had some play and misses, but on this occasion, he connects well. And British Columbia in need of those 4 runs, in need of making use of these power play overs.
Certainly, and Shabazz Kayani now, he's bowled well so far. He's got to come back here after being hit for that boundary. Anup Ravi coming down the track. Shabazz Kayani maybe saw him coming, followed him. Ends up being a Yorker. So again, good intent from Ravi, but just not the execution on that occasion. And this now, British Columbia, they've got to find a way to get a few more away. They were able to get the first boundary. And with that boundary, long on now on the ring. Fine leg and third man both in the circle. So again, the 2 men out. Also, we see mid-wicket now being moved to square leg. This time looking to go again over the leg side. This gets past the keeper, Arman Kapoor. We've seen plenty of byes so far in this tournament, Manali. And there's another one. As a score now, British Columbia 7 for no loss after 2.5. Sorry, after 3.
A very subdued start from the BC batsman. Anup Ravi obviously trying to get bat on ball. He's certainly showing the intent, not short on effort, but just not able to connect, not able to find the bat whatsoever.
Yeah, and he's looking to go very square. I think he'd be better off looking to hit it straight down the ground. Again, the short boundaries in King City, relatively short. Again, considering, that's why I say relatively in comparison to the wide boundaries square of the wicket. Those are relatively long. So again, Parveen Kumar, it is going to be to continue. Anup Ravi's got to find a way. He's on the sweep early here. This one, there's a man out there at deep mid-wicket. He's going to come across. And again, not pushing the fielders hard. Yeah, just a single to Anup Ravi.
Disappointing running here. Sorry, RC. They didn't run that hard at all. They could have potentially turned that to 2 runs, put the pressure on the fielder, but just strolling across. These runs might end up costing BC.
Aaron Johnson on the sweep this time. He saw that it was successful for his partner. This one's fine. Or the man looking to come across. He is going to be able to corral it in. And another 2 runs for British Columbia. So this is better from them. Looking to get down on one knee. Looking to take the spin out of the equation. 3 runs coming off the first 2 balls of this over.
Yeah, good to see some aggression. Good to see some connection as well. Aaron Johnson now on 3 off of 9 deliveries faced. Both of these batsmen very slow in their strike rates. I mean, we've just started this innings, but at the same time, we're not seeing the aggression we would have hoped for.
Short third man moving over to mid-wicket. This time looking to carve it through the offside, and he does, and that's exactly what Aaron Johnson was looking for. He brought out the sweep, and this time giving himself a little bit of extra room and carving that through the offside. First boundary to him.
This is what we need to see from BC, this aggression, and, you know, no risks needed. He can play along the ground. The sweep, a nice safe shot, getting some runs on there. And this time that was carved beautifully through the offside.
And maneuvering the field, we saw after those 2 sweep shots, Navneet Dhaliwal, the captain of Ontario, asking Shahbaz Kahani to move from short third man over to mid-wicket. The gap opened up on the offside, and Aaron Johnson finding that offside boundary. Parveen Kumar, he started off well, made it in the first over. He's gone for 7 off 3. He's got to come back well. This time on the sweep again, and this time this is going to go all the way. Aaron Johnson is off and running now, Manali. 2 boundaries in a row to him. And Parveen Kumar has got a little bit of thinking to do.
This is good stuff from Aaron Johnson. I was a little concerned about how slow he was to start off, but then we have seen this for him. He takes his time to get going, but when he does, he is a very dangerous batsman.
He's on the charge now, Manali. We said he likes to be watchful. We thought he may have been too watchful in that first over against Parveen Kumar, but he knew what he was doing. That's the reason we're commentating, and he's batting, Manali, and he's doing it well. Parveen Kumar to continue. This time, looking to get that through the offside. There is a man out there on the boundary. It is going to find the man, Akil Kumar. We said he's been busy so far. So another single to Aaron Johnson and doing it well. 2 boundaries and then getting off strike.
Yeah, this turning out to be an expensive over for Parveen Kumar. A decent start in his first over. However, BC have certainly turned the tables on him this time around.
Anup Ravi on the cut this time. Plays it fine. Salman Nazar alert as ever. He's quick in the field and keeps that to a dot ball. So Anup Ravi looking to play that down to third man. And after 4 overs, Manali, the score now 19 for no loss.
Much better from BC this over. They finally decided to step on the gas pedal a bit. Aaron Johnson finding his groove. Ontario, I don't think will be concerned as yet. They know that BC is a strong side, but they are also very experienced in their own terms.
Definitely a lot of experience for BC as we now see the first bowling change of the innings, Manali. It's going to be the experienced man, Dylan Hayliger, to come into the attack. Shahbaz Kahani bowled well, 2 overs for 6. It's down to Dylan Hayliger now.
Dylan Hayliger bowled decent yesterday as well, but you know what? Yesterday he was the man with the bat, smashing 31 runs off of just 11 balls.
Yeah, he's somebody that they look at to end the inning strong with a bat, but right now they're going to be looking at him to bowl well here. He's got 1 over in the power play. Aaron Johnson, he's on the prowl. You can see Anup Ravi pumping himself up. They know how big of a game this is. They need to get off to a good start. They didn't do so after 2 overs, but the last 2 overs have been good for them. Last over specifically, 12 runs coming off of it. Aaron Johnson, he's on the roll. He's on strike now against Dylan Hayliger. These 2 teammates last week, Manali. Foes this week. That's going to be said a lot today, as there's plenty of them that have played together against Nepal last week. But now Dylan to Aaron Johnson. Short outside the off stump. This one's hit over the top. Not sure if it's going to go all the way. It is going to go all the way. Didn't think it had the pace, but it does indeed. And Aaron Johnson, we said he was on a roll, picks up his 3rd boundary. He's gotten going now, and Dylan, he's on the back foot. He's got to come back strong.
Aaron Johnson certainly joined the party, and BC is going to be very happy to see this form in him today. That was a superb shot. It looked like he might have just dropped dead for a second. However, it did carry to the boundary in the end. Aaron Johnson to Dylan Hayliger to Aaron Johnson.
Fuller this time onto the body this time, and Aaron Johnson just fending that into leg side. Anup Ravi, wicketkeeper, he's ready to go for everything. Looking for the single, not to be on that occasion.
Yeah, he was halfway down the pitch there. So much backing up. So you can see the intensity from him. He is ready to go from ball one. He's excited to be out there.
I tell you, BC, they were intense this morning. Ontario was smiling around, but BC, they want to win this game. They want this national T20 championship. This time short, and Halliger falls short. This is going to go down to the boundary, but Akil Kumar, another good effort from him. And again, Manali, just a single. Aaron Johnson not looking to run too many. He hit that hard, but just managing a single.
He did hit that hard, but again, yeah, disappointing running in between the wickets. I'm not saying, I'm not saying they'd have gotten too off of that, but running hard, just putting pressure on the deep fielder could potentially get a misfield, and they can get a second run in, and they could potentially get that boundary.
Halliger now to Ravi. This time outside the off stump, and we've seen this again. It's not a replay, folks. Playing a miss from Anup Ravi. So struggling a little bit is Anup Ravi. He's now 6 off 13. Aaron Johnson, he's got his innings going. He's 17 off 15. Anup Ravi's got to keep going. Got to find a way to keep getting Aaron Johnson on strike.
Yeah, this is about the 5th or 6th play and a miss from Anup Ravi. He has got to start finding that bat on ball. Maybe play a supporting role to Aaron Johnson, who is obviously in great form now.
Halliger, he's come back well after that first ball going for 4. This time, short outside the off stump again. They're going to go for it. There's Aaron. Oh, and he misses the stumps. He's missed all 3, the wicketkeeper has. He let the bye go in the previous over. He's missed all 3 stumps. That could have been curtains for Aaron Johnson.
Certainly, that was very, very close. Of course, Aaron Johnson running in Aaron Johnson style. Lucky on his second occasion, and we're just 4.5 or so overs in, giving a lot of chances in between the wickets. Aaron Johnson.
Yeah, certainly is. They're 25 for no loss. Again, this is a below par total. Below par total in the power play, Manali. They've got to find a way. Aaron Johnson, he's gotten going, but he's got to keep going here for BC. This time, short ball again. This is hit to the right of the man. This is going to beat the man. So another boundary to Aaron Johnson. We said he's got to keep going. And that's a brilliant effort from him, ending the over with another boundary. The British Columbia now, 29 for no loss after 5.
That was a very expensive over from Dylan Halliger. 10 runs coming off of it. I mean, 10 runs doesn't sound like a lot compared to the other bowlers who have started very well. But at the same time, once you let the confidence come into Aaron Johnson, he is going to make you pay for it. And he certainly is on his way of doing that. 21 off of just 16 deliveries. 4 fours in that.
Certainly. 1 over to go in the power play now. Manali, as we're going to get a change in the comm box. I'm going to leave you here, Manali, in the capable hands of Mr. Rupert Albert. And I'll see you very shortly.
Thanks, RC. Welcome, Rupert. A lot to talk about this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. Slow start, and now Aaron Johnson finding his groove.
Thank you, Manali. Aaron Johnson seems to be finding his groove, but they are taking risks. It's early in the innings. They don't have much runs on the board. And I see Ontario's introducing spin early.
Yeah, spinners, again, doing really well this whole tournament. And with that, we have Salman Nazir into the attack.
Here he comes, delivers for defensive. No runs there.
Anup Ravi taking 4 or 5 steps down, signaling to his batting partner. Aaron Johnson, come on, let's go. That is a single. Aaron Johnson unmoved.
Here comes the bowler, delivers, and he goes deep. There's no one down. There's a fielder in the deep, sorry. Cuts it off, should hold him to a single. Manali, I've been very curious to see how Aaron handles the spinner. He looked very comfortable against the pace. How can he handle the spinners right now?
Yeah, Aaron Johnson obviously taking the pace bowling attack back to the bowler, and we have seen him play spin very well as well. He's quite experienced. He should not be flustered by any of this. Just need to pay attention to some of the uneven bounce that we've seen on this wicket.
Long off in place, he pulls, just pushes the point, picks up a quick single misfield there. They can possibly get a 2. It's on. Misfield by the fielder at point, picks up a second run.
Yep, Kayani at point there. Had a decent spell to start the bowling for Ontario. Ontario's got to stay on their toes. We know they're a strong side, but each and every one of these runs is going to count, and the last thing you want is to give away runs in misfields.
Delivers, cuts it through covers. It should go all the way. There's a fast outfield here, and it travels to the boundary for 4. Beautiful shot.
And now I guess we all know why Aaron Johnson's not interested in the singles or doubles. Why run when I could just hit it to the boundary?
The way he's striking the ball, I don't blame him for not taking the quick singles. He has found his groove here. He's scoring in boundaries.
Yeah, he sped his way to 23 off 17. Sorry, I should say 27.
Settles in. Bowler delivers. Forward defensive down the pitch. Back to the bowler.
Yeah, this is great stuff from Aaron Johnson. Able to put the bad balls away. More than happy to defend the good ones.
Manali, I think he's putting the balls away. I won't say they're necessarily bad balls. When he's on, he seems to put everything away. Bowler delivers. Forward defensive. Batsman not interested in attacking the bowler.
He flighted delivery on that occasion, and that brings to a close the 6th over. British Columbia 36 for no loss.
Aaron
Johnson.
Aaron Johnson looks to be attacking. They started off slow, but at their scoring rate right now, BC should be satisfied. They haven't lost any wickets. Dylan is back on the bowling, but as we've seen in his first over, Aaron seemed to have taken a liking to his balls and has handled them well.
Yeah, he absolutely has. The umpire just signaling the end of the power play there. The fielding restrictions have now been eased. Dylan Haliger, slightly expensive on his first over, 10 runs coming off of it. He's going to look to not only improve that, but potentially pick up a wicket here. Ontario yet to pick up a wicket, and the slow start that BC had, now not going to be very slow to continue, as Aaron Johnson has found his groove. Anup Ravi, of course, still swinging and missing. He's got to join this party.
And here comes Dylan. Oh, and the batsman in place early and sweeps it down to the leg side, but it's a fielder deep. And another single.
Bit of a scream of frustration from Anup Ravi there. Didn't hit it as well as he would like. Picks up the single, but you know what? I think that's what he should be looking at doing at this point, with Aaron Johnson going as well as he is on the other end.
Bit of a premeditated shot also. He was in place early, and the ball was delivered exactly where he expected, but he didn't execute as he wanted. Some adjustment taking place in the field.
Dylan just asking the long off fielder to come in to mid off.
We have a man deep mid wicket. Here comes Dylan. Drop short. Is pushed through the man at mid off. Only a single. You can see it looks like Aaron Johnson is sitting back waiting for the short ball. But there's the man in the deep. It could spell trouble for him.
Yeah, he's pulled and cut a few really good boundaries, but I like what these guys are doing. They're rotating the strike. Of course, not as aggressively as you'd want, but can't get the boundary. That's okay. Let's get the single. Let's rotate.
Here comes Dylan. Hits the deck hard and is flicked with the mid wicket. One bounce to the fielder. Almost missed it with a spin on the ball there. Did well to collect.
Did very well to connect there, Rupert. That was some big spin.
Manali, Dylan is bowling at good pace, but the ball seems to be flying off the bat quite nice for BC. They haven't found the gaps, but they're hitting the ball well.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And with that shot, even Anup Ravi is now starting to find the middle of his bat. And
with wicket in hand, BC should consider themselves in a good position. Here comes Dylan. Delivers right up. Played back to mid-on for a single.
yeah, finds a block hole on that occasion. And a comfortable single. Singles are trickling along for BC. And they've quietly worked their way up to 40. 40 runs for no loss. 3 deliveries to come in this over. Much better over from Dylan Haliger, after going for a few runs in his first.
Here comes Dylan, ambles in. Short ball, didn't rise at all. That one kept very low.
Yeah, Anup Ravi looking to carve that out through point, and you're right, no bounce on that occasion whatsoever.
The lack of bounce might be the undoing of Aaron Johnson if he's sitting back waiting for pull shots. With the pace bowling, it's you instinctively go back when it's dropped short, but if it doesn't come up, you could be in trouble. Here comes Dylan. Pitched up down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire.
Yes, unfortunately for Dylan Haliger, bowling a wide there, this over has been decent. He's been able to put the BC batsman under a little bit of pressure after Aaron Johnson freeing his arms.
You see a slight adjustment in the field. We have a long off, a long on in place. You should be looking to keep the batsman straight with his field set like that. Here comes Dylan. Play to covers for a quick single.
And that's the end of the over. British Columbia 41 for no loss after 7. Rupert, we knew these two were favorites. Of course, Alberta, one of the favorites as well, and they had quite a debacle in this tournament. First losing a shock game to Nova Scotia, and then losing to Ontario. And unfortunately, Alberta didn't show up to this party, but BC certainly has, and Ontario have been strong throughout.
Manali, I'm always a fan of the underdogs. So in this game, I can say I can't tell who was the underdog, but right now, as they're going along, it seemed like they're just feeling each other out. BC hasn't lost any wicket. The scoring rate is not the best, but they are making good contact with the ball. Can't speak much about Alberta, but in a tournament like this, if you're off to a bad start, it's hard to recover.
Yeah, we've had a lot of games played this week. We've seen provinces from all across Canada. Very impressed to see some of the level of cricket in the smaller provinces in eastern Canada. As Salman Nazir comes in for his second.
And he delivers, pitched up, and it's a lofted drive. There's a fielder there. He settles, but it's all over the fence. It's over the fence. He didn't look like he put much into it. Just used his feet a little and chipped it over, but it kept traveling.
Rupert, that was a fantastic shot, and I think Anup Ravi is now joining the party with Aaron Johnson.
Anup Ravi is now at 17 after 21 balls. Not a bad strike rate at the start of the inning, and he's starting to pick up the pace. He waits for the bowler. The bowler delivers. He fires it down the leg side. Faster ball after being hit for a 6. Wide call by the umpire.
Yeah, getting struck for the 6. Salman Nazir pushing this one through. However, straying down leg on that occasion.
Manali, I can see is shifting the pace. Things are starting to pick up. Here comes the bowler. Delivers, tossed up, and he uses his feet nicely. Punches through mid-wickets. Picks up a single, looking for the second one, but Johnson is not interested at all. Didn't even look back for the run.
Rupert, this is appalling running from Aaron Johnson. I know he's able to clear that boundary. However, he was practically walking down to the other end, and Anup Ravi thought 2 was on the cards.
Bowler delivers, and he pushes it inside edge to backward square, picks up a single. BC had just crossed the 50 partnership of the previous ball. We're at 51 now. No wicket loss. They're trying to up the scoring rate here. They're starting to show a little more aggressiveness.
Yeah, a lot more intent, but not seeing that intent when it comes to running in between the wickets. Not able to convert.
Manali, he's looking for the big hits. He's not looking for the quick singles.
And you were right. Certainly able to clear the boundary.
Bullet delivers. It's an edge straight to the fielder. He's out caught. Swung hard, but he got at the edge. Straight to the fielder's hand. Out caught. First wicket down.
Yeah, disappointing for Anup Ravi as he has to walk back 18 off 23 runs, or 23 balls, sorry. Started not as well as you'd have liked. A lot of play and miss, and then finally found his groove, smashing a beautiful 6 on this over. And this time, unfortunately, edging it straight to the fielder. And
Fifth.
with that, British Columbia losing their first wicket, 51 for 1 after 7.4. Rupert, is this going to be the shift in momentum that Ontario would have hoped for? Of course, losing or taking their first wicket, and can't really say, apart from Aaron Johnson, BC is still very subdued.
Manali, I think we'll have to wait for a couple of balls to see. I think the opening pair, I think they have done their jobs in terms of getting a start. The rate could be better, but it's a bit of a feeling out process right now. Ontario has made the first hit. It's the first wicket, but I think the game is still evenly poised.
Yeah, a lot of overs to come still. Just started this innings. And Aaron Johnson, the man in form, still out there. I'm sure that is a wicket that Ontario will be very happy to pick up.
As I was mentioning, 51 for 1 is not a bad score. Here comes the bowler, delivers, and just turns it away gently to mid-wicket, picks up a single. Aaron Johnson ambles over. He doesn't look to be taking quick singles, Manali, just getting to the other end, preparing for the big strokes.
And the new man in for British Columbia, Bhupinder Singh, gets off of strike on that previous delivery, bringing the danger man back on. There is a slip in place for Salman Nazar.
Aaron Johnson to face, delivers, plays it gently, square of the wicket, picks up a single.
And British Columbia, 53 for 1 after 8. Rupert, it has turned out to be a beautiful day for the final. The sun is shining, barely any clouds in the sky. It is hot when you're not under this tent.
It's a perfect cricket day, sunshine. The outfield, we have a bit of a crowd here. Players who played this morning, all looking at the final of the Canada National T20.
And with that, we see a change in the bowling attack for Ontario. Coming in now, Saad bin Zafar, a very experienced bowler. He's played for Canada, played in the Global T20 as well. And Aaron Johnson's going to have to be watchful here.
I think we've made a couple of changes. New batsman, new bowler. This is where somebody's trying to take the initiative of the game. Would it be Ontario, or would Aaron Johnson be able to get a big over in with the bat?
And the field for Aaron Johnson, there is cover out in the deep on the cover boundary. There is a long on, a long off.
Here comes
deep
Zafar.
mid-wicket and deep square leg.
And he went back. That did not look very good, Manali. Hustled him there.
Yeah, quicker one there from Saad bin Zafar. Not giving any room, any flight for Aaron Johnson to get under.
Zafar into Johnson. Delivers, pitched up, and Johnson goes hard. Beautiful drive. Fielder in the deep, couldn't cut it off. Goes to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, that was a disappointing effort from the fielder in the deep. That should have been stopped. A fumble. There was a dive put in, but should have been stopped comfortably. Aaron Johnson, however, picks up yet another boundary. He's now 35 of 26.
Manali, he's going at a great pace. He's not looking for the quick singles, but why should he look for the quick singles when he can hit the ball like that?
No, Rupert. You still have to look for those quick singles.
The man is built for power, not built for speed.
The basics of cricket, very important. These are the 1% factors that we talk about in cricket.
The man is playing West Indian style, Manali. You can't expect the man to be taking 1s and 2s when he has that kind of firepower.
I will accept that explanation as the West Indian style.
And Aaron Johnson settles in as Saad bin Zafar gets to deliver the next ball. Johnson versus Zafar. Johnson rock backs and cuts it hard. No one is going to stop that one again once more. 4. He's showing the firepower. Manali is looking for him to get 1s and 2s, and he's saying, no, I don't need to run for these.
This this has been a disappointing start to Saad bin Zafar's over here, Rupert. He fired the first one in and then gave a little bit of flight on the second, and on this occasion, half tracker short, just asking to be hit.
He's under pressure. Manali gave up 2 boundaries. Johnson is well in control now. He's looking to score fast. He's playing old-fashioned West Indian cricket, only looking for power, no quick singles. Here he is, and he gently guides that past the fielder. Again, he should pick up 2 runs. This time he's actually running hard. Nope.
That's the fastest I've seen Aaron Johnson run, Rupert. There was some intent there.
He wanted to get back on strike.
I think that's right. That's exactly what it is. He's enjoying his batting out there. He does not want to give up his strike.
But it was a good call by the non-striker. It would have been a chancy second run. Zafar, after a poor start in his bowling innings, can he pull it back here?
Bhupinder Singh has been very quiet on the other end, watching Johnson take strike for most of his time out there.
Delivers for defensive. Johnson is in for a quick single. What a surprise here.
Well, maybe Johnson has taken some advice. Maybe he's hearing me. He's got to start pushing those singles and doubles.
I think Johnson is liking Zafar's bowling and wanted to get on strike.
Yes, unfortunately for Zafar, Aaron Johnson's definitely taken a liking to his bowling.
Zafar is in. Johnson off his legs to mid-wicket, picks up a single. It was an expensive over for Zafar here. And Johnson is quickly to 41.
British Columbia 34 for 1 after 9, and that was a very good over for British Columbia. 11 runs coming off of it, 2 fours. Aaron Johnson, the aggressor in this innings, as he looks to hydrate. It is a very hot day. If you're out in the middle, the sun is beating down and there are no clouds whatsoever.
And both the batsmen looking for a drink, and the umpire is saying, guys, this is not a water break. But it is a hot day, and they have been out in the sun for a while now. Even just being spectators waiting for the previous game to finish, the guys have been out in the sun. We're at King City, Ontario for Canada National T20 Championship.
Yeah, hot day today, and of course they've been playing for the last 4 days as well. 2 games almost every day. These players must be tired. They must be stiff. Of course, fitness so important in cricket.
And Johnson is in the groove now. Monali, I think this next 5 overs will be very telling. Johnson settled down. Here comes Salman, delivers, and he sweeps. It's a loud shot for LBW. And the umpire is not interested.
Yeah,
It was a confident appeal.
I was just going to say that. A very, very confident appeal from the bowler, Salman Nazar. And he was disappointed to not see that finger go up.
Johnson in his batting stance. Salman delivers, and Johnson goes hard, mishit, but he will get a single.
Yeah, flighted on that occasion. Johnson was definitely looking to get under that and launch, but not able to pick it up as well as he had liked.
At this point, you'll have to consider that BC is in a good position, batting at 65 for 1. The batsmen are starting to settle, even though the new batsman in the crease, but Johnson is propelling them along quite nicely. Here comes Salman in, delivers, toss it up, nicely paddle to backward square, pick up a single. They're looking to 2, but no, says the non-striker. It's good aggressive fielding, aggressive cricket being played, good cricket all around.
They are now going at 6.95 runs and over.
Salman into Johnson, delivers, and Johnson goes hard. No one is going to stop that. Oh, yes, Dillinger is there, sorry. Cuts it off at the boundary. Johnson, when he swings hard.
He absolutely does. He gives it everything he's got. He's a big man, a lot of power behind that bat.
And the big man is starting to take the quick singles. He takes a couple steps and he's there. Salman delivers outside the off stump. A slip is in place. He did well to avoid that ball. Slip is in place. Ball is hanging outside the off stump. Salman tossed it up there. Looked tempting. Here comes Salman, delivers. And he does the paddle again. It's racing down to the boundary. Who can stop it? No one can stop it. It's 4 runs. It's a beautiful shot. Well done.
The captain of Ontario, Navneet Dhaliwal, was giving chase, and he certainly gave it all he could, but there were some extra legs on that ball. It was racing down to the boundary right in front of us, too.
It's a very quick outfield.
British Columbia 71 for 1 after 10. And I'm going to welcome back Arslan Kadir to take you to the next 5 overs.
Thank you very much, Manali. Rupert,
Welcome, Arslan. Welcome back.
you brought the downfall of Anup Ravi, but you've also brought the runs wheel alongside with you.
I like to bring excitement. I like to see runs scored. I would say I also like to see wicket falls, but I like to see both things happen. High-scoring games is my favorite. Johnson to face, delivers, rocks back and cuts up officially, but there's no one there. Should get a couple of runs, but he's not interested in taking the second one.
No, he's looked good so far in this innings. The only downside maybe the running between the wickets, Rupert, but he's looked good. Bhupinder Sohal, he's gotten his innings going too with that boundary off that last over. So again, 2 Canadian internationals out there. They're doing a job for their province.
They're doing an excellent job. Ontario under some pressure now. Delivers, and he guides it into the vacant gap, picks up a single.
They're doing it well here, Rupert. They've consolidated and they put the bad balls away where needed. They're picking up almost a boundary and over. The last couple of overs here have been expensive for Ontario. There's 2 most senior left-arm spinners in Saad bin Zafar and Salman Nazar going for a few.
Johnson approaching his 50 now. Oh, did well to keep that ball, played it back to keep that ball out, played it to point, a dot ball. Johnson is not looking for quick runs, but he's interested in the big hits.
No, he certainly is, but he's doing it well. He's picking the right deliveries as well, which is important for him.
Bolo delivers, and he cuts again. This time he finds the gap, should get a single here.
That's it. It's not the 2, it's the threat of 2, which is important. And Aaron Johnson, better on that occasion, but they've got to keep running hard between his wickets. Bhupinder Singh, he's got to get his innings going. He started off well. He's rotating the strike well, but he's got to find a ball to hit the ball at the boundary as well.
Here he comes, delivers, and he does a very good job of very late paddle sweep in the vacant spot there.
That's
Picks
how
up
you
a
want to
single.
describe it, Rupert? I was
Yeah,
hoping to
yes.
see. I wanted to see what your interpretation of that
It's
shot
a
was going to
paddle
be.
sweep.
And Sunwell, that's a go-to shot for Bhupinder Sohal. It's his get out of trouble shot. It's his runs making shot. Ontario have got to be watchful with him.
He will look to Rogers to release here, and he gives himself room. Outside edge is the man there, stops it, but a bit of a bobble, picks up a single.
That's well done there by Perveen Dul. Put in a full-length dive. He's doing a job for his province. That's a good comeback over from Saad bin Zafar. He went for a few in his first over, just going for 4 runs in that over. So good job from him. British Columbia now 76 for 1 after 11, Rupert. They're going well.
British Columbia is going well. The projected score right now is 138. I don't think that'll be enough for Ontario. So even though they're going well, you can look to them to launch into the bowling attack a little bit more. They do have wickets in hand. It's 1 wicket down. It is time to try to up the scoring rate even more.
Yeah, and it's Parveen Dul coming back. He opened the bowling earlier today. He's coming back into the attack now to bowl to Aaron Johnson, this time out of the power play. So he's got a job to do. He put a dive in for the team earlier. He's got to now try and take a wicket for his team.
Johnson approaching his 50. He might have bowled to Johnson earlier on, but the situation is now different. Johnson is well set. Here he comes into Johnson. Delivers. Johnson rocks back, hits the ball hard into the turf, bounces over the bowler head, picks up a single.
Yeah, and Rupert, you mentioned a minute ago that you don't think this projected score of 138 is going to be enough. This wicket, it is playing a few tricks. The BC spinners, I'm sure, will be keeping a keen eye on what's working and what's not working for the Ontario spinners. And now we see a short, fine leg in place as well for Bhupinder Sohal.
Trying to cut out that shot that he's been playing. He's been playing a lot of delicate touches. He's been successful at them. And once again, there he is. Just a little touch down to point, picks up a single.
This is a good partnership from these two. Bhupinder Singh doing a good job of not getting bogged down. You're rotating the strikes here. And Aaron Johnson, you're going well. Keep going.
Johnson trying to get to his 50 here. And he goes hard. But there's a man down along on. Cuts it off. Only a single. He was ambling along, but had to hustle with that throw.
These singles won't hurt Parveen Kumar. He'll be happy with the singles, but what they can't afford to do now is let off a boundary in this over. They need a couple quiet overs here in the middle.
He just called the boundary on. Here he comes, delivers, and he just plays it gently to mid-wicket.
BC doing it well here, doing it easily as well. I've got to say, they haven't looked too troubled. They start off a little bit weary, but they've gone well so far after the third or fourth over.
Arslan, I can't help but thinking they have to start kicking on right now. They can't just keep knocking it around. They need to push a big total here.
Yeah, they need to look for at least one boundary and over. That's what I would be saying out there. No risks, but try and find a boundary and over. Bhupinder Sahal, one of those guys that likes to maneuver the field. He's a very busy cricketer, Bhupinder Sahal.
Here comes delivers, and he moves across. Moved early, plays it. There's a nice stop from the bowler there.
Parveen Kumar, he's doing a job for his team. He's putting in a dive. He's getting his jersey dirty, Rupert.
He's doing
a job for his team.
He's doing the hard work, but at this stage, I think we're seeing a showdown. We're set for a showdown here. The batsmen are holding their own.
Certainly are, and the good thing for British Columbia, as they're now 79 for 1 after 12, they've set themselves a platform. This is a platform to launch from.
They have set themselves a platform. We can look to them to start up in that scoring rate. I think with Johnson set, he should look to start hitting the ball big.
Yeah, and this is a key man for Ontario, Saad Bin Zafar. Captain Canada last week against Nepal. Did a job with the ball. He's got a job to do here today for his team, and he'll be looking to pick up that wicket.
His
and more
first
importantly,
over.
the important wicket of Aaron Johnson.
Can he do it? His first over was not the best, but he's an experienced player.
Lots of experience. He's played a lot of T20 cricket. He's played cricket around the world as Saad Bin Zafar and asked to do a job here in the National T20 Championships for his Ontario side.
And he's facing Aaron Johnson, who is well set. He's batting on 48. Here comes Zafar in, delivers, and Johnson rocks back and dabs at the point. It's a quick single. There's a chance. No, says the umpire. And the big man really put on the wheels there.
He certainly did. Did he get through? He's a big man. Just a couple strides down. He's there. Doesn't look like he moves quick, but he's quick between those wickets when he wants to be, Rupert.
He's quick when he wants to be. How about we say he conserves his energy for when it's needed?
I like it. He conserves his energy for the big shots, that's for sure, and he's doing that well.
He's doing a good job. He's on 49. Zafar bowls, and once again, they're doing a good job of rotating the strike. BC's doing an excellent job here. Ontario needs to start thinking we have to break this partnership, otherwise we'll be chasing a big total.
8 runs coming off the last 2 overs, so they've got to find a way to find that boundary. I'm sure Aaron Johnson, he's hit 7 boundaries in this inning so far. He's looking for that big one.
Zafar into Johnson, delivers, and Johnson rock backs again. Oh, it's a dangerous looking shot, but he managed to dig it out. He's good on the back foot to balls that's pitched up a little too much for my liking.
Yeah, but with that shot, he does bring up his half century, so he's doing a job for his team.
He's doing a job for his team. He puts his bat up and acknowledges 50 here.
Aaron Johnson, he's got to stay out there. He's got the platform to launch from now. He's got to stay out there.
Zafar in, delivers, and batsman uses his feet nicely but didn't make a proper connection.
Yeah, but Bhupinder Singh, like we said, he likes to be busy. He's always doing something, either getting down on one knee, coming down the track, finding a way to keep that scoreboard ticking. Unsuccessful on that occasion, however.
He's showing his intent. That's what he was successful doing, showing his intent. And now he's the reverse sweep. A lot of people for LBW not out, says the umpire.
We said he's always trying something. He's trying the reverse on that occasion. He likes the conventional. It's probably his favorite shot, I'd say. At that time, unsuccessful on the reverse.
Zafar trying to claw his way back here. Here he comes, delivers. Batsman, oh, it's a faster ball. It's a loud appeal. Once again, not out. That was quick.
You called it an appeal. I call it more hope. Not out on that occasion.
But that ball was quick.
It was quick. It was quick. He looking like Shabazz Kayani out there. We said no Jeremy Gordon. We didn't know Saad Zafar was going to be bowling like Jeremy Gordon here today.
That one went through. He put some zip on that one.
But he's come back well. His first over went for 10. Just 9 off his last 2. 4 runs off that over. Sorry, 3 runs off that over. So he's bowling well here, Zafar. Coming back well for his team. The score now 82 for 1 after 13. Last few overs have been quiet, Rupert.
It's not a time to go quiet. BC needs to up the ante now. Only 7 overs left in this inning. Johnson is set. He should be looking to pick up some quick runs now.
It's 3 left arm spinners for Canada in this innings. Parveen Kumar, Probably the pick of him so far. He's none for 15. He's the least experienced. The two others, Canadian internationals. Praveen Kumar uncapped. He's none for 15 off 3 with a maiden.
And Johnson waits. Field is spread. Well, I see 4 men on the boundary as Praveen comes in, delivers. And Johnson pops it up. He should be gone. Praveen settles, and he takes a beautiful catch. Running backwards, takes a beautiful catch. Johnson trying to get on with things. Just spooned it up in the air.
And Johnson, 50 and out. He's got to go. That's a big wicket for Ontario. That's the wicket that they were looking for.
That's a huge wicket. He has to be disappointed because he didn't go through with a shot. At the end, he just spooned it up.
Yeah, he was better off looking for that boundary. He's been successful going hard down the ground. This time, just trying to be a little too cute. Trying to play that on the leg side. That ball spin on him a little bit, and they only get in the leading edge. And you might need a forklift to get him off this ground, Rupert. He does not want to go.
No, he's walking back very disappointed. You think he ran slow? His walk-off is one of the slowest I've seen. He's still ambling over. He might leave the field, but he's a disappointed man right now.
I'll tell you this. If I was in that change room, I would have to walk away. You don't know what he's going to do. That bat might go flying once he walks in. So I'd step away and give him maybe a few minutes there, Rupert.
He did a good job for his team, but has to be disappointed as his method of dismissal didn't play a full-blooded shot as he would like to. In the end, he just gave a soft dismissal to the bowler.
But now, here's another big man. We said they have some prowess in this batting lineup. Ravinder Paul Singh, the captain. He's in. Rupert, T20 international debut. Ravinder Paul Singh's made 100.
Oh, he needs it right now.
They don't need 100 now, but they'll take maybe 60 or 70 from him in quick time, won't they?
I think they can use 100 right now.
They're going well here. They might be disappointed with that wicket of Aaron Johnson, but that platform has been set. Aaron Johnson did his job. 50 runs for him off just 41 deliveries, so he's done his job. It's over now to the captain and Bhupinder Singh.
They have 7 overs left. How many runs can they get off it? Can they score another 50, 60 runs? Here he comes, delivers. Forward, defensive.
Watchful for Ravinder Singh, Paul. Early, we've seen this from him. He likes to be watchful for the first few deliveries. I'll be looking out for that slog sweep. It's a favorite shot for him. There is a man out there for it.
Praveen delivers, and he goes for the sweep right away like you called it. You called it like almost you saw this here. You had the script. 4 runs.
That's a great shot. He likes the slog sweep. That one a little bit more finesse. Getting it past the man that's out there on deep backward square leg. Played it more towards fine leg. So again, a good start for Ravinder Paul Singh. He's gonna be needed. He's had a little bit of success in this tournament. Not quite the success he'd be looking for.
Delivers forward, defensive. Scamper through for a quick single. That's really good running between the wicket. And it goes back for the overthrow. No, was sent back by his partner. Good call.
Good cricket there from Salman Nazar as well. Alert as ever, coming off the boundary, making sure that there's a man backing up. It was to be him. And I said Ravinder Paul Singh, he hasn't had the tournament that he would have liked. He did win a game for his team earlier in this tournament, but he wants to get on the scoreboard now. He wants to stamp his authority on this tournament. Can he do it in the final?
He has to do it here. Praveen in, delivers, goes hard. There's a man in down there, but would he get to it in time? He does. Cuts it off at the boundary. They go back for the second run. Good running again.
This time, Bhupinder Singh finding the man to run with him between the wickets. Ravinder Paul Singh definitely quicker between those wickets, looking for those extra runs. And Akil Kumar, he's been in the action all game. He's doing a job on the boundary there for his team. He might be needed with the ball. He'll certainly be needed with the bat.
BC now trying to pick up the quick 1s and 2s. They're looking very positive here. Praveen in, delivers, and he sweeps again. There's a man down there running hard, trying to cut it off at the boundary. He could not. 4 runs. Beautiful, beautiful cricket. Good shot. Good attempt in the field, but he could not get there.
Shubham Sharma needed to put a dive in, Rupert. Needed to put a dive in. Didn't do so on that occasion. And that one beating him for 4 runs. So again, an important boundary for Bhupinder Singh. Both boundaries coming off sweep shots. They like that sweep.
They both seem to like that sweep. And now Bhupinder Singh has moved up to a runner ball. He started off slowly, but now he's starting to tick along.
The score now 93 for 2 after 14. Rupert, 6 overs to go. They want to get over 150.
I would think 150 would be a par score here. The projected total now is 133, but I think you should be looking to hit at least 150 here.
Yeah, you got it. The projected score obviously going off their current run rate. They should be doing better than that at this stage. 6 overs to go, 8 wickets in hand. 2. Ravinder Paul Singh new to the crease, just faced 3 deliveries for 5.
Arslan,
Bhupinder Singh.
I would look for them to do much better than this. There's 6 overs left. I would say they need to at least score 10 runs and over.
At least 10 runs and over. And we talked about this man. We said he may need to do a job with the ball. He's been called upon now. It is going to be Akil Kumar. Again, Canadian under 19. He was in the Canadian squad last week, made his debut for Canada last week. And now he's asked to do a job here with the ball for his province.
He's come in at the make or break time for the innings. This is the part of the innings where either they pick up quick runs or they lose a couple of quick wickets. Which one would it be? BC trying to up the ante, 93 for 2. Here he comes. And he bowls a full toss right up. Got away with it, only a single.
Yeah, you can see the disappointment on Ravinder Paul Singh's face. He knows that was a full toss. That was to be put away. He wanted to put it away into the gap between long on and mid-wicket, not to be on that occasion. Akil Kumar going for the Yorker. So, again, it looks like it's going to be death bowling here from Akil Kumar. It's a good start. He got away with it.
He got away with that full toss, but if you miss those, you won't get away with it too often.
Not, and certainly not to Ravinder Paul Singh. He's lucky he's early in his innings. Ravinder Paul Singh, a strong man. We've seen him in the GT20 hit a couple big blows. We've seen him hit big blows for Canada. He's going to need a few here today.
Here he comes, delivers short, and they turn it to backward square, picks up a single. There's a man there.
And you can see how dry this surface is, Rupert. That puff of dust coming off Akil Kumar as he's landing. There's a big puff of dust. The batsmen, as they play, there's a big puff of dust. So, again, we have to keep an eye on that. It is going to play a role in this game. The BC spinners will be keeping a keen eye on it as well.
It will be a little harder to bat in the second innings, but Ontario has a deep batting lineup. Can BC put a total to challenge them? Here he comes in, delivers. Cut set, there's a man there, but they are no runs taken. Good fielding.
Good call for no run. Ravinder Paul Singh unhappy, but there shouldn't have been one there. Praveen Kumar moving well at point. So again, Akil Kumar, this is a good over so far. Just 2 runs coming off of it. In the 15th over, can they find a boundary? Can Ravinder Paul Singh put a ball over the boundary?
You just called a boundary. Here he comes. Can he deliver that boundary you asked for? He goes down, edge, and he goes for 4.
Not how he would have drawn it up, but it counts. They all count the same. 4 runs to Ravinder Paul Singh. It is his second boundary.
You called that boundary.
Certainly did, and Ravinder Paul delivered. Ravinder Paul Singh, we know he's a dangerous cricketer. He's an important cricketer for BC. A lot of hopes rely on him, and again, at number 4, he started off well. He's doing a job for here. He's 10 off 6. He's racing along.
There was no man in the slip position, and he just guided it. It looked like an edge, but it might just have been guided.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not. I'm saying it's an edge. You're saying it was well placed.
It was well placed.
It's 4 runs
4
nonetheless.
Runs, definitely. You call that boundary, and I'm saying edge, guided, got 4 runs. Here he comes, delivers, and he plays it forward, tries to go for the quick single, send back. Good fielding by the bowler.
I like this intent so far from Ravinder Paul Singh. Every ball, he's either looking for a single or looking to put the ball away. So I like the intent from him. Again, Akil Kumar, he's bowled well. He's only gone for 6 off 5 deliveries now. He's got to finish this over off well. As we now see third man coming into the ring as well. Long off being sent back. So again, does he want to play that guide once again, Rupert?
No, he's going to go. He's looking to go big. He has to go big. They're at 99 here, but he has to score. Lots of gap. They just dabbed and takes 2. Good running. Hard running between the wicket.
That is impressive running between the wickets. Just tapping that down to long on. 100 comes up. Bhupinder Singh not happy with something, asking for something. Could have been water, could have been gloves. Looks like it is water, but they're running hard between the wickets. They're doing a lot between the wickets. The score now 101 for 2 after 15. As we say goodbye to Rupert for now, Manali Patel back to join me here. We've got 5 overs to go. Manali, we started this innings off. We're here to end this innings off. 5 overs to go. British Columbia bringing off their 100. Ravinder Paul Singh 12 off 8. Bhupinder Singh 18 off 18. It's all happening here. It's all to play for here in the final of the National T20 Championships. 5 overs to go in this first innings.
Thanks, RC. This has been some great stuff from BC, and what a fantastic innings that was from Aaron Johnson. Unfortunately not able to capitalize past that 50, but half century in a final against Ontario. He couldn't have asked for a better start. And BC, With 5 overs to go, RC, they got to look to push this run rate a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. They're going to need to get at least over 150 here, as we now see Saad Zafar coming back into the attack for his final over. Parveen Kumar did his job. He took the big wicket of Aaron Johnson in his last over. He went 1 for 26, one maiden off his 4 overs. But now it's down to left arm spin of Saad Zafar to Bhupinder Singh. This time, looking to go over the top. He does go over the top, but Akil Kumar is there, and he's going to save 3 runs for his team. Brilliant effort there. We said Akil Kumar's been everywhere so far. He certainly there is again. Saves 3 runs.
Yeah, saves 3 runs. He has been everywhere. As you said, he saved 3 runs earlier at the deep mid-wicket boundary as well. The ball spinning huge, and I was quite surprised he got his hands on that occasion. And he continues a fine performance on the field for Ontario.
As we see the mid-wicket now brought on to short third. Ravinder Pal Singh looking to go for it. There's that slog sweep. There is a man out there. It's going straight to him, but it's dropped. It's dropped on the boundary. That's something they can't afford. It looks like Harsh Thakur out there. Harsh Thakur has put down the dangerous Ravinder Pal Singh.
Shocking stuff, RC. We have seen amazing fielding from Ontario this whole week. Their catching has been immaculate. And on that occasion, unfortunately, Harsh Thakur just not judging it. Late to react.
Bhupinder Singh going for it again. This time it's in the air. It's in the gap. It is going to go all the way. So exactly the start to the last 5 they needed. Putting the impetus in the innings. Ravinder Pal Singh getting a life to last delivery. Bhupinder Singh this time making sure he finds the gap for 4 runs.
BC setting this game up nicely to what is going to be a firecracker of the last 5 overs. RC, we are in for a match, and this is great intent from both of these batsmen attacking the Ontario bowlers.
Certainly, Saad Zafar under the pump. This time going again. It's in the air. Akil Kumar is there. He should take it comfortably. Bhupinder Singh, he's got to go. Looking for big runs for his team. Looking for quick runs for his team. Falls doing so. He made 23 off 21. And now British Columbia 107 for 3 after 15.4.
Very good effort from Bhupinder Singh. Unfortunately, this time catching the man on fire in the field, Akil Kumar, and that was taken comfortably. BC, they have got 4.2 overs to go, and we know that they've got a deep batting lineup. They're going to look to capitalize the start that they have had. RC, you think another 30 runs or so in the final?
No, they're going to need more than that. They're going to need to find a way to get over that 150 mark. 150. Can they get to 160? Can they get to 170? That's what they're going to need here. Bhupinder Singh looked good in his innings, but had to go looking to play the big shot. Saad Zafar, he was under the pump in that over. He does pick up the important wicket of Bhupinder Singh, but now it's Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. He opened the innings for British Columbia in that shortened rain-affected match and did so beautifully. Now he's going to be asked to do a job here with just 4.2 overs to go. Saad Zafar, two balls left in his spell. He's 1 for 25 off 3.4. He'll be bowling to Ravinder Pal Singh. And again, I like this move. Asking Ravinder Pal to go on the leg side. Mid-wicket being brought to short third man. This time played into the leg side. They're going to come back for 2. They're going to do it easily here. So again, we said we like the move, but what it does open up is that opportunity for 2 runs. Takes away maybe the boundary option, but does allow the option for Ravinder Pal Singh to come back for 2. Saad Zafar, he's got to finish this over off well.
He does, and yeah, that was great running from these 2 batting out there.
This time, looking to play that to the offside. Apologies, I was just caught watching there. Manali, a lot of action here in the last couple of deliveries, but Shabazz Kayani slow off the mark there, and just going to be another single to Ravinder Pal Singh. So again, 110 off 3. 9 runs coming off that over. We said they're going to have to go right around that 10 runs and over mark off the last 5 overs to get to 150. That's a good start to the over. They did lose the important wicket of Bhupinder Singh, but they'll be happy with the 9 runs coming off of it.
Yeah, they absolutely will be happy. The new man, Bajwa, yet to face a delivery. He's on strike now, and the pressure's on him. Of course, just 4 overs left in this innings for BC. And they will need, as you said, more than 150, possibly 160 against a batting lineup of Ontario.
Absolutely, and Akil Kumar doing a job. He's putting in the miles here so far. He's feeling it long on, long off. He's feeling it long off from the other end, and now coming in a bowl. So the miles, but he's a young man. He should be able to do it. Akil Kumar now into Ravinder Pal Singh. Looking to play that on the offside. Does so successfully, but just going to be a single. So Ravinder Pal Singh still watchful, but rotating the strike, keeping the run rate ticking, keeping the runs coming for the team of BC. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa now to face his first delivery.
Yeah, and this is exactly what BC needs to look to continue. Hit the boundaries when they're available, but still keep rotating that strike. You don't want to see dot balls. We did see that, unfortunately, this morning with Nova Scotia, Quebec. Nova Scotia had a chance the whole time, but the dot balls were eventually the reason for their loss.
There's now interesting move. Long off being brought into the circle. Short from Bajwa, and he puts it over that man. He was just brought in. We just said it. I said it was an interesting move, and that goes straight over his head. So Dilpreet Singh Bajwa opens his account with a 4. Smart batting there from Bajwa.
Smart batting, interesting fielding move as well. But Bajwa was paying attention. He had seen that there was no fielder on the deep, and he decided to go over the mid-off fielder. That was a crisp shot, RC.
Certainly was. And now the field's being put back. Third man was sent back the delivery before. He's being brought back in the circle now. Akil Kumar has got to find his length in this over. Short again this time. Played through the offside. There is a man out there. It's Parveen Kumar. Are they going to come back for 2? No, they're not. So well done by Parveen Kumar quickly to that one.
Akil Kumar, he's got 3 more deliveries, in this over. He's probably going to restrict runs, but, another wicket for BC at this time would be very good for Ontario.
Akil Kumar in now. Down the leg side, there is an appeal not to be given, and they're going to push for 2. No, they're not. Saad Zafar running in off that boundary and keeps it just 1. Wicket, but again, they do bat deep to British Columbia. We've seen them send in different batsmen. The one batsman that we haven't seen yet is Uday Birwalia, the other Canadian international. He's batted 3 throughout this tournament for British Columbia. We've yet to see him, so they do bat deep. This time again, looking to go over the top. He does so. He doesn't want to run. He doesn't need to run. Another 4 to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. He gets a hug from Ravinder Pal Singh, his captain, as he's given this innings the impetus it needs.
He absolutely has. He has come out all guns blazing. He knows that there aren't a lot of deliveries left in this innings. No time to get your eye in. It is swinging that bat from the time that you're in, and that is exactly what he did on that occasion.
We said they needed to go 10 runs and over. They've got 11 off 5 deliveries here so far. Akil Kumar, he's under the pump. He's got to finish this over off well. Gets a chat from Shubham Sharma. Full this time. Hit through the leg side. Hit out to the man, Saad Zafar. So just a single. We said he needs to end the over off well. He'll take the 1. So 12 runs coming off the 17th. British Columbia now, 122 for 3.
122 for 3, 3 overs to come. What more do they have in their batting? This has been, as you said, RC, a decent over. Unfortunately for Akil Kumar, he was on the receiving end of that. Missing his line on a couple of occasions, his length, and paying the price. Both batsmen capitalizing on every wayward delivery. You just can't afford to give any sort of leeway as a bowler because, when you're going up against batsmen who are experienced, batsmen who are able to clear the boundary, everything has to be spot on.
Yeah, certainly does. And Akil Kumar missing his mark on that in that over. And now we're going to see another left-arm spinner. Like we said, 3 left-arm spinners being used. So 12 overs of left-arm spin so far in this. 11 so far. We'll now see the 12th over of left-arm spin from Ontario in this innings. It is going to be the seasoned campaigner Salman Nazar. He's 1 for 25. He's going to be bowling to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Coming down the track slow, really slow from Salman Nazar there. Almost begging Dilpreet Singh Bajwa to take him deep.
Slow indeed. I was wondering if he was going to make it to the batsman on that occasion.
This time pulls out the reverse. Not to be, and again, it's difficult to play that shot. You need a little bit of pace for that shot not to be on that occasion. Salman Nazar and good thinking from Ravinder Pal Singh just coming down to speak with his young man, Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. He's going well. Looking to get some quick runs for his team. But he's better off just standing still, I think, and hitting a big ball.
Yeah, absolutely. A little too much, trying too hard, too much movement in the crease.
This time again, does stand still, gets to the bottom edge. And it's going to be a single down to fine leg. So Dilpreet Singh Bajwa gets the single that he was looking for. Gets off strike. Maybe that's what Ravinder Pal Singh told him, is just get me on. Does so well. And again, just one run coming off the first 3 deliveries. This is a brilliant 18th over from Salman Nazar. Ravinder Pal Singh pulls out the sweep shot. It is in the gap between the two. They are going to get there. Just another single to Ravinder Pal Singh. So again, just 2 runs coming off 4 deliveries in this over so far. Salman Nazar, he's doing a job for his side.
This has been a fantastic over, and the Ontario bowler is bringing it back for them.
And this again, they're going to push hard. No, they're not. It's just going to be a single, as this is just watchfully played on to the leg side. So they may know Salman Nazar, he's the last over of spin that they have. They may be looking to take on the Pacers. So just watchful as we now see a fielding change. Extra cover being brought to cover point, and the man on the sweeper boundary being asked to go more towards extra cover. 1 ball to go in the Salman Nazar over to Ravinder Pal Singh. Looking to go for it. I guess I was wrong. I said they may be watchful. Not to be on that occasion, as Ravinder Pal Singh through the kitchen sink, the dishwasher, the oven, the fridge, all at that one. Not to be, just catching air. No harm done, however. British Columbia now 125 for 3 after 18.
2 overs to go. RC, they're going at, I'm not going to say a very good, just 7, almost just shy of that 7 runs and over mark. This 2 overs at this rate only gets them to 139. We know they're going to need at least 150, maybe even 160 against this Ontario side. Ravinder Pal Singh, he's been out there for 15 balls, 18 runs, the 2 boundaries for him. Bajwa, 8 balls, 12 runs. But now, with 2 deliveries to go, Dylan Haliger into the attack. He's going to bring in some pace. These 2 guys have got to look to capitalize and get a few big boundaries in.
But the pace does present scoring opportunities, Manali. That's what they'll be looking for. They're setting themselves up. Again, the 16th over went for 9, sorry. The 17th went for 12. The 18th only going for 3 runs. They're going to need a big end. Want to get to that 150 mark. Dylan Haliger now. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa likes the pace on, does Dilpreet. This one's pitched up. It's hit high in the air. It's not going to go all the way, but it is going to fall safely between the 2 men. Akil Kumar, his name's been mentioned over and over again. He comes back, but not good enough to save the 2 on that occasion. So they're going to go for it here as Bajwa. He's got to go. They've got 7 wickets in hand. Just 11 deliveries to go. The chance of them being bowled out, very slim. They're going to keep going.
Lots of wickets in hand. BC's done well with that. And you know what, Ontario, I don't think they're going to mind the double at this point. They're going to want to keep a lid on the boundaries.
This time, short of length, back of a length. That's what Dylan Haliger does in the death. Back of a length, so they've got to set themselves up for that. Just going to be a single to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Ravinder Pal Singh now. A lot falls on his shoulders to end this innings off well for British Columbia.
Yeah, certainly the pressure's on him. He has been out there for a while, and he's certainly the more experienced one of the 2 batsmen out there.
He needs a couple big blows. We know he's more than capable. He favors the leg side. And as I say that, the Yorker comes in but this goes past the man. It does go past the man at Kayani, and this is going to go all the way. You can see the disappointment in Haliger's face. He bowled a delivery that he wanted. He got the result that he wanted. Unfortunately, going past the man at short fine leg for 4 runs. He won't be happy with that, but for BC, that's 4 runs to the total.
4 runs to the total. That was an excellent delivery, and it didn't look like it was going to go for 4. You thought fine leg might have been able to cut that off, but there was a lot of pace on that ball.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that. Dylan Haliger's disappointed with that, but that's gone. That's in the past. You got to get in the moment now. Full toss to Ravinder Pal Singh, and goes again. This time to Salman Nazar, who's out there at deep backward square leg, and just a single. So again, the 4. They've been able to get 8 runs off the first 4 deliveries. They got to keep going here. Can Dilpreet Singh Bajwa maximize the last 2 deliveries of this over? He's certainly going to be looking to do so.
He certainly needs to do so as well. Just 1.2 overs to go after this in this BC batting line or batting innings.
Looking to go, and this time he does go. This time he does go. This is going to go all the way into the Ontario change room, and that brings up the 6 for Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Big 6 from Dilpreet Singh Bajwa there.
Big indeed. That was Huge, and you can hear the BC camp. They are excited, they are pumped, and they are supporting their batters out there. There's a lot of clapping, a lot of cheering, and of course we do have spectators. The other teams are here to watch this final.
Haliger's got to come back well here. This time, walking across his stumps, not to be on that occasion. So a good end to the over from Dylan Haliger. But still, they got the runs that they were looking for off of it. 14 runs coming off that over, the penultimate over of this innings. British Columbia now 139 for 3. We said they were going to need to get closer to 150. They're on pace now, Manali. What can they get off this last over? They're going to need to find a way to get at least 11.
Marcy, you're talking about 11, 150. The way we're seeing this wicket play and the way we know Ontario can bat, I'm starting to feel like, you know what, they need to aim a little bit higher, maybe push it to 160 just to be safe and to give their bowlers a good chance to come out and defend this total.
And it's Shahbaz Kayani. You saw him open the bowling for Ontario. He bowled well, bowled really well, just going for 6 off his first 2 overs. He's got a job to do now. He'd do spectacularly well if he can. He's going on an economy rate of 3. His team will be happy. Navneet Singh Dhaliwal will be happy if he keeps his over to 3. Unlikely, however, as Ravinder Paul Singh going well. But Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, 21 off 12. He's added the impetus that this innings is needed. He's gotten going quickly. And with that last 6 off that last over, got the bench really moving around and really excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you mentioned Ravinder Paul Singh not having the tournament that he would have hoped for. But in this final, he's certainly delivering with the bat. 23 off 17.
Kayani now. He's going to be bowling to Ravinder Paul Singh. Going for the Yorker. This time it's hit straight. It's hit straight, and it's going to go all the way. An ideal start to the final over for Ravinder Paul Singh. You can't put a fielder there as he aims straight for the sight screen and finds the boundary that he was looking for.
Finds a boundary, and a great start to this over for BC. Starting off with putting the pressure back on the bowler. Kayani now looking to finish with 5 good deliveries.
Ravinder Paul Singh starting well, missing his spot. Did Kayani on that first delivery. This time going for the Yorker again, misses his spot again. There is a man out there. It gets by him. It gets by the man. It looks to be Salman Nazar, and they've gifted boundaries to this British Columbia innings, and they gift them another one. 4 runs to British Columbia and 4 runs to Ravinder Paul Singh.
Shocking stuff on the boundary there from Salman Nazar. He has been so good on the field. Ontario has been so good on the field this whole week. And on that occasion, 3 runs and 4 runs. This could be very costly for Ontario.
This is turning out to be a big over for British Columbia here. Shahbaz Kayani missing his spot on 2 occasions. Half volley first ball, full toss second ball. Can he get it right? This time length. It's hit out of the deep. They should be able to come back for 2. They are going to come back for 2 as another misfield there. A little bit of a bobble by Salman Nazar. He's in the action. He's in the mix. Not doing it well so far in this over.
And this is what we're talking about, RC. This is why you run those singles and doubles hard. It puts the fielders under pressure. Unforced errors come out.
You can hear the shouts of 3-3-3. It looks like 150 is what BC were hoping for. They're certainly going to get there. And 149 for 3 balls remaining. Maybe that's what they were discussing. Not only they're saying 3, I thought they were looking for 3 runs. They'll be looking for more than that. That's 3 balls remaining. He hasn't hit the mark as Shahbaz Kayani yet. He's gone for 2 boundaries and 2 runs. So 10 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries. 150 now. That's done. Well, 1 run away. They should get there. But that's done. Maybe 160. That's on the cards.
Yeah,
Can Ravinder Paul Singh find the big boundary?
3 deliveries to go. A couple of boundaries, and we are in the 160s. And you know what? That automatically puts some scoreboard pressure on Ontario when they come out to bat.
Full toss this time, but he misses it. It looked to be a slower ball. Ravinder Paul Singh has to go. And that's, more importantly for Ontario, it's a dot ball. So that's a good comeback from Shahbaz Kayani. He picks up the important wicket of Ravinder Paul Singh, but he played well out there. 5 boundaries to his name, 33 off 20. British Columbia now 149 for 4. 2 deliveries left to go in their innings.
A good innings by Ravinder Paul Singh. He's having a chat with the next man and just communicating. There are 2 balls. Possibly what Kayani is bowling, what he's to watch out for. But you know what? When you've got 2 deliveries, you got to throw everything at it. There's no time to get your eye in. You got to swing and swing hard.
Yeah, Yudhvir Singh in now, and fortunately for Ontario, with him getting bowled, Yudhvir Singh, the new man, has to face. They weren't able to cross, obviously. So Yudhvir Singh, he has to face. This will be good. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, the danger man, watching this last over from the non-striker's end. 3 deliveries left to go in this Kayani over. He's gone for 10 so far, but he's picked up the wicket. Yorker again this time. Yudhvir Singh, they're going to look to run hard there. No, Bajwa wants to face this last delivery. So just a single. That's a good result. It does bring up the 150 for British Columbia. That's what they would have been looking for. They're excited in the camp, Manali. They're excited. They get to the target that they were looking for, but they want more. They certainly want more.
Yeah.
Dilpreet Singh Bajwa wants more.
Absolutely, one delivery to come. Bajwa's been there for a while. 21 runs off of 12 balls, and he's got one more delivery to make it count.
Full toss, slower ball. He looks to put it away. It did dip. It's a good slower ball. It did dip. It's not going to be a no ball. You saw that ball dip. It's just going to be a single. So a good end to Shabazz Kayani's over. Just 2 runs coming off the last 2 deliveries. And British Columbia end their innings 151 for 4 after 20.
This is a great effort by British Columbia. They had a slightly slow start until Aaron Johnson got going, and then from there on, it was all guns blazing. 151 for 4. Ontario, they're going to come out and chase 152. RCBC definitely happy with this effort. However, we know they cannot take Ontario lightly. We know the experience that they have. A lot of them national players. They are going to have to come and bowl and field out of their skins.
Certainly are, but they do have the men to do it. British Columbia, they'll be happy with that total. Probably around par, Manali. But again, this is going to be a battle. Aaron Johnson, 50 off 41. Anup Ravi, 18 off 23. Bhupinder Singh, 23 off 21. But Ravinder Pal Singh and Dilpreet Singh Bajwa got together and put in some quick runs for their team. 33 off 21 for Ravinder Pal Singh. 22 off 13 for Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Not out at that. Yudhvir Singh just facing that one delivery for the single. And again, the wicket taker, Shabazz Kayani, he's bowled well. Last over going for a few, but 1 for 18 off 3. 1 for 26 for Parveen Kumar. He bowled well. 1 for 28 for Salman Nazar. None for 30 for Dylan Haliger. 1 for 28 for Saad Bin Zafar. And Akil Kumar was expensive as well. 2 overs, none for 19. So now, British Columbia, they're going to come out. We're going to take a little bit break here. I'm Arslan Kadir. Manali Patel alongside. Rupert Albert here as well. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the chase. Ontario needs 152 to win.
Welcome back to King City here for the finals of the Canada National T20 Championship. I'm sitting here with Arslan and Manali, where BC has put a defendable total on the board, and now as the umpires make their way out, Manali, I'll start with you. What do you think is Ontario's chance of chasing this target down?
Yeah, thanks, Rupert. Personally, I feel like this is going to be a little short in terms of runs for BC. I think they're about 10 runs short. We know what Ontario is capable of, and they have some very good batting in that lineup.
Arslan, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think this is probably around par, Rupert. Par total for BC. So, but again, for Ontario, they've got to start well. Something that worked well for BC was Aaron Johnson up front. He got them off to a good start, and they got a good end. But Ontario, a lot of power up front. These two, they like to go hard. Shubham Sharma, Rayan Khan Patan, they'll be looking at them two to get off. For BC, they need early wickets.
Ontario has a powerhouse team, but there's also the thing called scoreboard pressure, and they'll be facing a lot of scoreboard pressure. It's pretty well a national team, but scoreboard pressure can cause a lot of fumbling.
It's a final, Rupert. You got runs on the board. BC has runs on the board. Ontario, not a run to their name. They've got to go out and get those runs. There's always pressure in a final.
Would you be as confident as you appear and pick a winner?
I'm going to go with Ontario, but I think if BC can get 1 wicket early, 2 in the power play even, they're on top.
Manali, who are you going with?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with RC on that. I would say Ontario as well. And, of course, BC, very experienced compared to the Quebec side that we saw yesterday, but we saw the domination that Ontario is capable of.
I'm sorry to put you guys on the spot. I put you guys on the spot, and I bait you into giving your prediction.
We haven't heard from you. What's your prediction?
You're not going to hear a prediction from me on this one. I'm going to sit out this one. As I say, I wanted a high-scoring game. I think 150 is a good score. I think game is on.
Yeah, you're certainly right, Rupert. Game is on, and I think if Rayan Khan Patan can get going as he did yesterday, we're certainly going to have a very entertaining second innings, and not just that, but BC is going to have a headache on their hands.
You're right on that one. As the organizers, I don't think you can ask for anything more. BC traveled to Ontario here, did all they have to do. They put up the total on the board. Now all they have to do is try to finish this game. We have 150 on the board. Ontario, the powerhouse, has to be considered the favorite. Trying to chase 150 to win. Can they do it?
Yeah, and of course, Rupert, Ontario, we're playing in Ontario right now, so this is home ground advantage. A lot of these players play S9 on these grounds on a weekly basis. They have trainings here as well, so they know how this pitch is going to play. They know what the outfield is like. They certainly have some advantage there.
Monoli, I don't see any home field advantage. Both teams has been playing here for 5 days now. All I see is this is the second inning on a pitch that's been well used. Ontario need to consolidate right off the front. If they lose quick wicket, we can see an upset here. I'm not going to give you my prediction. I'm going to hold off on that. But let's see the first 5 overs. Let's see how Ontario handles it here.
The two batsmen in the middle. We've got Rayan Khan looking to take off from where he left off yesterday. And Shubham Sharma. Very experienced, both of these batters. Shubham Sharma, he has played first-class cricket in India in the Ranji Trophy. And into bowl, Ghani.
And right off the bat, they out for the first single. Just dabbed it to cover, picks up the first single here. Positive start. They already signaled the intent that they will be a running team.
They absolutely are a running team, Rupert. We have seen this from them in the past. They are not going to take running between the wickets lightly. And of course, all these things do matter. These are the 1% factors that we've been talking about. You have to be clinical with all of your basics if you are to come out on top at the end of this game.
BC looking confident in the field. Here we go. He rushes into bowl. Batsman waits, delivers. Is short and he guides it towards point. Picks up another single. Ontario rotating the strike right off the bat.
Yeah, both batsmen now off strike. Shubham Sharma 1-1. Patan 1-1.
We're here for the final of the Canada National T20 Championship. The two top teams in the final. It was predicted that BC would be a powerhouse. Ontario is always a powerhouse. And here we are facing off in the final. BC already put the total on the board. Now Ontario is trying to chase it down as the bowler is on top of his mark and he runs into bowl. Here he comes. Third ball of the inning, he delivers and he goes hard. There's no one down there that's going to stop that. 4 runs, 1 bounce to the boundary. The first aggressive stroke from Ontario. They have started the first over very well.
And look at that, Rupert. Look at the aggressor, Royan Patan, putting the pedal, or putting the gas.
We all know we all know what he can do. Now I know he can leave you speechless. Monali, I would say to you, remember you're commentating today. You're not cheering, okay? I know he's a fan. You're a fan of his, but don't let him leave you speechless.
Yeah, always a fan of good batting, Rupert. Good aggressive batting. Always looking to capitalize on every innings that he gets.
And here comes the bowler, delivers, and he goes hard again. But this time he misses outside the off stump. You're right, Rehan Patan does not take it easy, does not know what it is like to cruise along. He's always trying to score.
Yeah, and he's a very dedicated cricketer as well. He's one of those... he's one of the players that's come through the grassroots level, worked his way up from the juniors to now the seniors, men's in the Canadian side. There are, I mean, you would say there's responsibility on those shoulders for sure. He's had that responsibility not just for Canada, but today for Ontario.
And here he is, bowler's on top of his mark. He's rushing in again. Patan to face. Bowler jumps, delivers, and Patan goes hard once again, swing and miss. But if he connected, I think it was going to be the next field. He went hard.
Yeah, certainly throwing everything at that. This is not a bad start for Rana Salman Ghani. He's got 1 delivery to come in this over. 6 runs off of it so far.
It's been a decent start for Ontario as the crowd trickles in into King City here. It's the finals of the National T20 Championship, Canada National T20 Championship. Ontario versus BC, the two powerhouse of cricket in Canada. Here comes the bowler into Patan. Patan, a national player, waits. Bowler delivers. Shots outside the off stump. Swings and miss again. Looking for a wide. It's another dot ball.
Certainly not short of intent. Ryan Patan and Ontario 6 for no loss after 1. Rupert, we've got 5 overs to come in this power play. Ontario 6 for no loss. Already 4 runs more than we had seen BC get off of their first over.
Monali, I'm actually surprised that it's 6 runs. There's been a lot of swinging. That first over looked like a lot happening in that first over, so I'm surprised to only see 6 runs. He really swings that blade.
He absolutely does, and we know this batting lineup for Ontario has a lot more experience, a lot of national players on this side. And of course, a lot of these players have played with each other against Nepal last week. They've played against each other as well. Today, BC is looking to come on top of this T20 championship, and Ontario, of course, trying to dominate and say, you know what, we are the best province in this country, and we're going to show that to you.
Ontario, right now, they have to prove it, not just say it. You can say all you want, but right now, BC has put the runs on the board. Ontario trying to overhaul the total. Here comes the bowler, jumps, delivers. It's short, and it wraps him on the pass. It's a LBW appeal, and the crowd is saying too high. I think there's a little bit of nervousness in this crowd right now as BC is showing some excitement. Wrapped him on the pads. The crowd is saying too high. They're calling the shots for the umpires here.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd agree with them. That was definitely too high. Ontario need 146 runs off of 113 deliveries.
Here comes the bowler, runs, delivers. It's down the leg side. There's a noise. There's a noise. A loud shot for LBW. There was a noise there.
Those hands stay down. Rupert, umpire says not out. All the BC players up on that occasion. Uday Bir Singh Walia.
What was that noise?
You know, I thought there was some bat involved as he swung that, but I'm not the one out in the middle.
Here knocks the ball down the leg side. Wide single by the umpire. There's only 6 runs on the board, but the excitement in the crowd is buzzing already.
Uday Bir Walia didn't come out to bat today. He does bat number 3 for BC, usually a very fine young cricketer looking to do the job with the ball for BC today. There is a slip.
Walia into Subman and forward defensive, pushes it through cover, picks up a single.
Shubham happy to get off of strike there. He struggled in that first 3 deliveries that we've seen from Walia. And now Ryan Patan, the man in form, back on strike. He's played alongside Udaybir Walia just last week. He does know what he is capable of with the ball. But Rupert, that obviously goes both ways.
It goes both ways, but you know Patan does not take it easy. He's going to come at you. Here comes Walia into Patan. Walia in delivers. Is short. Patan guides it to cover. No, says his partner. Good call.
We are in the power play overs. The 2 men in the deep. We've got deep mid-wicket and long off. And of course, in slip, we have Aaron Johnson. Are you surprised he's in slip?
I'm not surprised he's in slip, but Walia comes back in. He bowls. And he goes hard. There's no one down there. He will go off for 4. 4 runs.
Rupert, that sounded crisp off the bat.
You mentioned that he's come through the system. He knows how to score, and he's always hungry for runs. We saw him yesterday when he got to the 70s and he got out in the 70s. How disappointed he was. We know he's always looking to score. We have a game on here. The crowd sense it. The commentary booth sense it.
Yeah, Ontario in need of 140 more runs, 109 balls to go, and this is the final ball of this over.
Walia delivers a shot again, and he tries to guide it through point. He misses it. It's a dangerous shot to hang the bat out there with the slips waiting.
Ontario 12 for no loss after 2 overs. They'll be quite satisfied with this start. Rupert, we've seen a couple of flashes, misses. Ryan Patan finding the boundary on 2 occasions so far. He's on 9 off of 8. Shubham Sharma not as comfortable out there as his partner. Just 2 off the 4 deliveries he's faced. Got a lot more deliveries to come.
A lot more deliveries to come. Only 2 overs gone, but it seems like there's a lot happening out there. A lot of swinging of the blade, but it's still 12 runs on the board.
Yeah, BC have got a tall task ahead of them. Wickets will obviously help them. It'll peg away at the progress Ontario makes, but they're going to have to keep taking wickets because every batsman that keeps coming in is just as good as the one that leaves.
As we go to the opposite end now, Ontario on 12 runs after 2 overs. Right now the match is almost at a stalemate. We're early into the innings, but it is tense here at King City.
Yeah, tense is right. Both of these sides, they know how much this means to them. It would be an amazing way to win this T20 championships after 5 hard days of fighting, almost 2 games every day for each of these teams. And it all comes down to this, Ontario, BC.
Sharma to face. Here come Ghani, just delivers, and he swings hard, through covers, picks up a single. There's the man in the deep.
He's got the right intentions here. Shubham Sharma needs to rotate strike and get Patan on strike. Patan is obviously able to find the boundaries quite easily. He usually is a very aggressive batsman, and he's showing that to the crowd here today. Ghani in for his second over. Tidy first over. 6 runs coming off of it. But of course, he's in search for that wicket.
BC is doing well to withstand Ontario, but here comes Ghani, delivers, and he goes hard, and he will get the boundary, slashes hard, high over the point fielder, 4 runs.
Rupert, that's a no ball.
Oh, and a no ball, and a no ball. I just mentioned that BC was doing well to withstand Ontario. A 4 run there, and a no ball.
A no ball means a free run. An extra delivery, and that extra delivery is a free hit. The batsman, or I should say Ryan Patan Khan, couldn't have asked for more. He loves to swing that bat. Now he's got a free license to do it.
And the man has a swing that When he swings, it goes far and long. And here he has a free hit. What can he do with this ball? Ghani on the top of his run-up. Patan waits. Here comes Ghani. Delivers. Patan goes hard and long. And he got it 6 runs. Caught in the crowd. It was a free hit and he made full use of it.
Costly free hit, Rupert. Costly. And this is exactly why you cannot bowl a no ball. A free hit. The ball that was a no ball went for 4. The free hit going for 6. Just like that. 10 overs or 10 runs and 2 balls. And now Ghani looking very expensive and 4 deliveries to come in the over.
It is not just the runs, but it's the confidence that's given to the batsman. Patan hit both of those balls well. And here he is getting into the groove. Ghani on top of his run-up again. Patan waits. Ontario trying to make a charge. They don't slow down once they get rolling. Here comes Ghani. Runs into Patan. Patan goes hard again. As I said, they do not slow down, and it's gone for 6 again. Once they start, they do not slow down.
This is quite the batting performance from Ryan Patan. Exactly what we would have expected from someone in form such as him. And that, a 4, a 6, and now another 6. This is some fantastic batting from Ontario, and you can hear them in the dugout. They are happy.
And if you don't think this means something to the Ontario players, you should see the Ontario dugout. They won this one bad, Manali.
They certainly do. And look, check out this run rate. Rupert, we're going at 12 runs and over. Just need 122 more off 105 deliveries.
And Ghani once again goes into Patan and delivers. And Patan goes hard. He's up in the air. There's a man under the ball. And he is out. He is out. He is out. And BC is excited. BC is excited. Patan trying to go for the 3rd 6 in a row. Hold out to the man at long off. Patan goes.
Very, very unfortunate for Patan, Rupert. I'm hearing at the back of my ear that was not necessary. And you know what? That's right. He had already gotten enough runs in this over. Took a risk on that one. There was a man at the boundary set up for that shot. And unfortunately for him, he has to walk back. A very good innings, however. And that's 25 runs off of just 12 deliveries and 3 4s, 2 6s. He's certainly given Ontario the start that they would have wanted.
I know he's never happy to get out. No Batman ever is happy to get out. But you're right. I think there was a 4, a 6, a 6, and going for the 3rd 6 in a row. But, once he's in the groove, he was going to go. You can't blame him for that. He felt it, and he went for it. Just didn't get it right.
Yeah, Ontario 30 for 1 after 2.4 overs. The new man in, Navneet Dhaliwal, the captain himself, was able to get runs yesterday. Very good at anchoring the innings yesterday. Today, he's going to need to play the captain's knock. There are still 122 runs to get for Ontario.
Ontario run rate is way up there. It's not a question. They don't want to lose wicket, obviously, but they're off to a flying start here. Ghani has suffered in this over, but he did pick up the wicket of Patan. Here comes Ghani into the new batsman. Runs, delivers, and he drives beautifully. No runs, though, because the cover fielder cut it off. Dot ball.
This over, Rupert, has felt very long. There's still a delivery to go in it. We've seen so much action in it.
There's a lot of action as Ontario chips away at the total. Ontario now not worried about the run rate. Just have to keep going here, trying to chase down 150 from BC. It's been an expensive over, but he has gotten the valuable wicket of Patan. Here he comes, delivers on the leg side, played it with the mid-on, cut it off for only a single.
And that brings a very expensive Ghani over to an end. Ontario 31 for 1 after 3. Rupert, 19 runs coming off of that over. 19, 1-4. That was a no-ball delivery. 2 6s followed, and a wicket.
Manali, 19 runs came off the over, but I think BC would trade for the wicket of Patan, and they did get Patan on that over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's certainly a danger man, and always happy the opposition to see the back of that guy's shirt. But that being said, we now have Navneet Dhaliwal in there, very experienced Canadian batsman as well. Shubham Sharma, also very experienced, playing first-class cricket. BC have got to keep taking wickets if they're to keep any sort of pressure on Ontario.
Ontario trying to maintain the momentum. They're 31 for 1. Only 3 overs gone. It's a good start for Ontario. Even with the loss of 1 wicket, it should still be considered a good start. The bowler's on top of his mark as he gets ready. He comes in to bowl. Pitches it up. Dabs it for a single. Turn back. Turn back by a non-striker. Good call.
Yeah, 3 overs gone. 3 overs left in this power play.
Ontario scoring at a healthy rate, trying to make use of the power play here. BC trying not to give up the momentum. The crowd very excited. Everybody's sitting here. Even if 3 overs, here comes the bowler, delivers short, and he cuts to cover, dashes for the single. Sharp throw, nobody to back up the keeper, but he does well to stop it.
Yeah, certainly getting some assistance from the batsman in helping stop that ball. And this, Rupert, this is what I'm talking about, running in between the wickets with intent, and Ontario have done it beautifully. Not getting bogged down.
Ontario has certainly rotated the strike beautifully. They're taking their runs. They're going for the first one hard. He runs into bowl, delivers, slashes hard outside the off stump. There's a loud appeal, and he's given. He is given. This is not what Ontario wanted to see happen. He is given. They have lost their 2nd wicket now.
That is a very disappointing shot from Shubham Sharma. Stuck in the crease, flashing his blade, and that is edged to the keeper, Uday Bir Walia, sorry, picking up his first wicket in his 2nd over. And unfortunately for Ontario, that is their 2nd wicket down. 32 for 2 after 3.3. And Sharma just managing the 3 runs off of the 6 deliveries that he's faced. 2 wickets down, Rupert. I mean, we know that there is batting to come in this lineup. Just 120 runs required off of 100 deliveries. But BC on the right track. They got to keep taking these wickets.
BC is on the right track. BC looks very confident. Manali, I think we have a fight here. It's never going to be easy. It was never going to be easy from the moment 150 was placed on the board. Ontario has lost 2 quick wickets, but they are at 30 runs in only 3 overs. The run rate is not an issue. They just cannot afford to keep losing wicket because that run rate will slow down.
Yeah, wickets, the name of the game again. We are still in the power play overs. The 2 men in the deep. Got deep mid-wicket and long on. There is a slip in place. Aaron Johnson in slip. And the new man in, Arman Kapoor.
Ontario's making it difficult with no numbers on their jerseys. Kapoor to face. Here comes the bowler. Outside the off stump, left alone. BC has gotten a little bit more confident after those 2 wickets.
Yeah, you can definitely hear them a lot louder in the field now. They're chirping, they're clapping. The energy's back up, picking up 2 crucial wickets. Both openers back in the hut, Rupert.
Kapoor needs to start it in again. And he plays it to mid-wicket, picks up a single, looking for the 2nd one. Fielder is on it, and they do pick a hard run in here, pick up the 2nd run. Good run in between the wicket.
And that's just it. We see some of that from Ontario. This is good basic cricket, Rupert. They're pushing the fielders hard. Yeah, the big boundary is not coming as much as they would like. However, the runs are still trickling in.
Ontario knows how to keep that scoreboard moving. They do pick up the singles, pick up the 1s and 2s, rotating the strike. Here comes the bowler, delivers, and wrapped on the pad. Low shot for LBW. Umpire is not interested. It looked like it was going down the leg side.
Yeah, looking like it was going down the leg side quite comfortably. Umpire not interested at all on that occasion. And that is going to be the end of the 4th over. Ontario 34 for 2. A good comeback delivery for Uday Bir Walia. 2 overs, 9 runs, and picking up his first wicket for BC.
Manali with those wickets, BC had put the Ontario score into almost a halt. So when they were ticking along at 12 and over, now we're down to 8 runs and over as they lost the openers and the new batsmen trying to get themselves established at the crease. Not
Yeah.
finding it easy at the moment.
And that's exactly what wickets will do. They will put the pressure back on the batting side. Every time there's a wicket, the new batsman coming in needs to get their eye in. They need to rebuild a partnership, and Ontario's certainly going to need a partnership here in Navneet Dhaliwal and Arman Kapoor. Of course, both very experienced batsmen, very capable of getting the runs for Ontario. But as we said, scoreboard pressure, wickets put on a lot of pressure on the batting lineup.
Manali is only 117 runs needed. It could be looked at that and that from that standpoint. Ontario should have no problem with the batting lineup, but BC is not here to roll over. They're here for a fight. Here comes the bowler in. Left outside the off stump, no shot offered.
The new man in for BC, Salman Rana. Rana is following, is continuing with his third over. Arman Kapoor to face the second delivery of this over. 3 off of 4 for him.
Bowler delivers and he slashes it straight on the ground. It was almost like a slap shot. Would it outpace the fielder? Yes, it does. 4 runs. 4 runs. The fielder did well, but it's 4 runs. It's 4 runs. It's crossed the boundary. The fielder has not signaled. The fielder has not signaled, but is right next to the commentary booth. And the fielder has not signaled. Now the umpire signal. 4 runs there. There's a little bit of a delay signal as the fielder did catch the ball, but beyond the
A
boundary.
little disappointed to see this from the fielder. He seems to be questioning the umpire. However, he definitely fielded that ball outside the boundary.
And the crowd is getting on the fielder here for not calling the 4. Here he comes into the batsman. Oh, beaten outside the off stump there.
What a delivery, Rupert. A swing and a miss and nearly taking the edge to the keeper on that occasion. Arman Kapoor getting a boundary. The delivery before this.
Manali, the crowd is very hostile towards that fielder for not signaling the 4.
Well, we do know cricket. There is such a thing as spirit of the game. Sportsmanship, of course, also very important.
Batsman Wadey delivers. Oh, once again beaten outside the off stump. Beautiful bowling here. And the BC field, there's a lot of oohs and ahs out there as the second time in a row beaten outside the off stump.
Yeah, and the expression from Arman Kapoor after he missed that, just threw his head to the heavens in frustration.
BC is doing quite well, restricting Ontario here. The scoreboard has stopped ticking after the loss of a couple of wickets. Can they re-establish the momentum? Chasing 150 to win in the national championship at King City, Ontario. Here comes the bowler into the batsman. Delivers down the leg side and is beautifully flicked away for 4. No one is going to stop that. They've tried, but they're not going to get there. 4 runs. The bowler straight down the leg side, and the batsman helped it along for 4.
Yeah, poor delivery from Rana Salman Ghani. This is turning out to be a very big over for him. As Arman Kapoor picks up another boundary, and that's another boundary for Ontario.
After beating the batsman comprehensively twice outside the off stump, he straight onto the pad and paid the price.
109 to get off of 91 deliveries for Ontario. They are certainly keeping that run rate in check.
And every run counts here. It's not a high total. Ontario trying to chase it down. Here comes the bowler. Delivers. It's short. Beaten outside the off stump again. His line outside the off stump is beating the batsman. Giving up runs on the square leg.
And with that, Ontario 43 for 2 after 5. I'm going to step out for a bit as I bring in Arslan Khan.
Welcome back, Arslan. It's an exciting game developing here. The crowd is getting a little antsy, a little nervous. The Ontario supporters showing a lot of nervous energy here.
Good to be back here, Rupert. We're in for a thriller here. This is going to go down to the wire here, folks. This is a great competition so far.
It's really funny to see some grown cricket supporters looking so nervous, and they are definitely behind the Ontario team to try to chase down this target.
I said BC needs 2 wickets in the power play. They've gotten them.
Here comes the bowler, delivers, and then he goes hard. There's a fielder there, but it's over his head for 4.
Nawab Singh Chima there at mid-off, just over his head, getting through, and the captain, Navneet Dhaliwal, he needs to kick his innings into gear, and he's looking like he wants to. They've got 1 over left in this power play here, Rupert. They look like they want to make full use of it.
They need to make full use of the power play. BC is looking as a formidable opponent. You're right. BC needed a wicket in the power play. They got 2 of those. Ontario is trying to hang on. Here comes the bowler. Drums, delivers, is short, and is pushed to mid-wicket for no runs.
Yeah, that's a good comeback from Uday Singh. The thing I like about him is he's hitting this deck hard. He's running in hard. He's hitting this deck hard. And on a used wicket, as we're playing on today, it's going to be tough to get him away. It's only when he errs in length that Navneet Dhaliwal gets the scoring opportunities. The 2 men out for him at deep square leg and long on. There's a ring on the offside, so he's got to keep it tight.
We're seeing some very good cricket all around here. BC is playing well. Ontario is playing well. The last man standing is going to be the champion. It's not going to be easy for anyone. The bowler's on top of his mark. He's getting ready. Made some field adjustment. Here he is. Comes into the batsman as he rushes in. Jumps and delivers. He's pushed up and driven hard past the bowler, but it's a man in the deep who'll cut it off. Only a single.
Yeah, the captain, Ravinder Paul Singh there along on, and I said the only time the scoring opportunities present themselves is when he errs in length, and he erred in length there, and Navneet Dhaliwal looking to pounce on anything full. Getting away with it there is Uday Singh Walia. He's got to keep things tight. He has a tight ring, so no field change for Arman Kapoor, who's looked a bit shaky so far in this innings, but has got put 2 away to the boundary.
Bowler delivers, is short, and he pulls it to mid-wicket. Well played, and he's looking for 2. He runs hard. Ontario is running really well between the wicket. There's some good cricket playing all the way around. BC is playing well. Ontario is playing well. I can't help but to think this is going to go down to the wire.
Certainly going to go down to the wire, but for British Columbia, they need to keep taking wickets here. Ontario well ahead of the rate at this point. Well ahead in the air in the power play, but they have lost 2. They've lost 2 big wickets, both their openers. Arman Kapoor now.
Here he comes, delivers a slower ball, and he drives to mid-on. There's no mid-on. There's long on. We'll give him a single. Ontario is not finding it the easiest to score. They are going for their shots, but it's not coming easy, Arsalan.
Yeah, but this has been a good over. This is a good over so far. This brings up the 50 for Ontario inside the power play. They'll be happy with that. 51 for 2 now in 5.5. One ball to go.
Ontario is on his way, but BC should not be disappointed by the position they find themselves in as the bowler runs in. Here he comes, delivers. He digs it in, and it's a nice cut shot. Finds the gap. He will run away for 4. Beautiful shot here. Dissected the fielders. Runs away for
4. That's a brilliant shot for Navneet Dhaliwal. Exactly how you would want to end the power play. 4 runs coming off that last delivery. 12 runs coming off that last over the power play. 55 for 2. At the beginning of this innings, Rupert, if you told Ontario they'd be 55 for 2 after the power play, you think they'd take it?
I think they would take it. If you told BC they'll have Ontario 55 for 2, do you think they would have taken it?
I think they would have taken it as well. And the 2 big men out, Rayan Khan Patan and Shubham Sharma, them back in the hot.
There you go. I think right now it's a heavyweight boxing match, and we're not sure who has the lead right now. I think it's evenly matched, evenly poised. What's going to happen here? We enter into the middle overs. Who's going to stop the flow of run, or who's going to get wickets?
This is an important stage in this game, Rupert. The spinners are now coming on for British Columbia. They're going to have to do a job. They need to take wickets and keep things tight in the middle overs. These 2 going well, but if they can snag another one here, it's really going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons.
BC has
Joe Dosanjh now to bowl his leg spin. He likes to bowl really slow through the air. So it'll be interesting to see how he bowls on this wicket. The wicket's slow itself. Can the batsman come down and meet him? Only 1 man in the ring on the leg side. It's Aaron Johnson at mid-wicket. 3 men, deep backward square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off. Deep extra cover out as well.
5 men on the boundary now as the spinner comes on. With the lack of pace trouble Ontario. dot balls can pressure mountain. Batsman settles. Here comes the bowler. Drops it short. There's a terrible ball for the first ball up, and he hits it hard for 4. He gave it what it deserved.
That ball sat up and said, "Hit me." And Arman Kapoor obliging and hitting it, finding the gap. He could have hit it anywhere, hitting it in the gap to mid wicket for 4 runs.
And it's a wide ball. 1 ball has gone for 5 runs so far.
Yeah, certainly.
Not going to repeat those gifts.
Slow bowling, really slow in the air, but unfortunately for him, not finding his line or length so far in this over.
He's in for his second legal delivery, and it's driven nicely on along the ground through the covers. The only one is the man in the deep.
That's what you like from Arman Kapoor. He put the bad ball away for 4 and then getting off strike and handing the strike back to the captain, Navneet Singh Dhaliwal.
So far, it's been a good over for Ontario. The bowler delivers very slow ball in, and he dashes again, finds the gap. Another single, looking for 2. He's sent back by his partner. Good call.
Good work in the outfield there by Salman Rana. He was quick. He's quick. Not a man of tall stature, but he's quick on the ground.
See some excellent running between the wickets, and we also see some excellent fielding from both these teams. The bowler is in, delivers. Once again, very slow outside the off stump. Wide call again by the umpire.
This is now becoming a big over. This is a problem here for British Columbia. They need their spinners to bowl well. They need Navjot Dosanjh to bowl well.
Trying, he comes, pressure's on him now. Left alone outside the off stump, another wide. This is turning into be a costly over, extra balls, and Ontario would not mind. He goes to talk to his fellow teammate.
Three wides in the over now for Navjot Dosanjh. The captain comes across. This is a final. The pressure is telling on Navjot Dosanjh here. He's got to find his way. He's bowled well so far in this tournament. He needs to bowl well today for his team to get over the line. They're really relying on him. First over after the power play. Hasn't gone to plan.
Cut 2 covers again. There's a man in the deep, saving 2. This over has been for Ontario for sure.
10 runs coming off it already, so they're well ahead of the rate here, Ontario. They've gotten what they needed after this over. Just looking to play this out.
Once again, it was slow outside the off stump. Probably saved the wide there.
Going for the googly. Looked to be a googly there from Navjot Dosanjh, but not to be. Just really slow in the air. I'd like to see him look to give this ball a little bit less air. Can this in? There's going to be enough turn in this wicket. He doesn't need to bowl it that slow. That's what you can't afford. You can't afford singles in the ring, especially when it's hit straight to the man. Bhupinder Singh Sohal there got to it quickly, but not quick enough as the batsman come through for a single. And another big over for Ontario. 12 runs coming off of that.
And the required runs is now 86 of 79 balls. It's become a little easier for Ontario. This is a critical stage of the game. We call these the middle overs. The power play is over, and Ontario is trying to get on top and establish some dominance here as BC trying to hang in with Ontario, who's considered the favorite in the national T20 championship at King City, Canada.
Yes, certainly needed the impetus. And these two doing it well here, doing it easy. They need to find a way. It's now going to be Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, Rupert. He did a job with the bat. He gave the impetus to the innings that they were looking for. As it seems like the Freedom Convoy going by behind us here, Rupert. But nonetheless, we're all okay. So let me gather my thought once again, Rupert, as that one went by. So again, this one, wait, Freedom Convoy still around.
We look like we do have the Freedom Convoy here. It's a lot of honking.
Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, he did a job with the bat. He's got a job to do with the ball. He gave the impetus in their batting innings, but he's a key figure for them in the bowling innings. So off spin, it's going to be from both ends.
And here he comes, trying to curtail the scoring. He pitches it on the leg side, and he's hit down the mid wicket. They go for one quickly. As everybody's trying to figure out what all the big rig honking is all about.
Good start from him. Good start from Bajwa. Slightly short, but no damage done on that side. And again, off spin from this side, leg spin from the other side. These two, they're important figures for BC in these middle overs.
Here he comes, delivers into the pitch. There's the man at mid wicket. He stopped it here. No runs.
So again, complete opposite They're polar opposites, these two. One bowls leg spin really, really slow. The other one bowls off spin, not much air.
Here he comes into the pitch again, and he's cut through covers, found the gap, picks up a single.
And again, the task getting easier and easier by the ball here. Again, they don't need to do much. They don't need to do anything extra. They're going to do it quite easily. But again, for BC, it's important now. They need another wicket.
BC does need a wicket. He's looking for it here outside the off stump, and he's cut through covers again. Well played all along the ground. Not taking chances here. Ontario is taking this game very seriously. Want to win this game. They are at home in Ontario, but BC is not giving up anything here. There he comes, delivers. He uses his feet, pushes back to the bowler.
I'd like to see some innovation. Maybe another man in the ring. Make Ontario do something different. They can't let this game just keep going along as it is.
At the current rate, Ontario is on top of this game right now. BC is trying to curtail their scoring. The only way they can do that is to get wickets.
The score 70 for 2 after 8, Rupert. They just need 82 off 78, so just under 7 runs and over. They don't need to do anything extra. The boundaries are going to come. And it looks like it was just going to be that one over for Navjot Desange as he went for 12 in that first over. And it looks like it's going to be Parvinder Sharma now into bowl. So now we're going to see left arm spin. Parvinder Sharma, another key figure for them. These are the 3 spinners. A lot more variation to the spin attack for British Columbia than for Ontario. Ontario had 3 left arm spinners. We're going to see the 1 left arm spinner for BC as we're already seeing the leg spin of Navjot Desange and the off spin of Dilpreet Singh Bajwa.
Ontario is keeping the target within range. Right now, only 82 runs needed. BC is a little slow in the over rate. There's a lot of field adjustment being done. We're here at the finals. Ontario versus BC, the 2 top-ranked team in the final. Exactly what the organizers would have expected. As we're here at King City, here comes the bowler. Pitches it up, punches through covers for a single. Batsman fumble there, gets them to 2. One of the rare mistakes.
Can't afford that. Can't afford that. Can't give Ontario free runs. We saw some misfields in the Ontario fielding innings. They gave British Columbia some free runs, allow them to get their innings going. Can't afford that for BC. They don't have a lot of runs to play with here.
I think Ontario is starting to wrestle the initiative here. It's going Ontario way. The crowd is behind them. BC is up against it. Here he comes. He delivers. And he lofted drive. There's a man deep. Can he get there? No. It bounces in front of him. He will be a little disappointed that he didn't put much of an effort to try and get that catch.
No, but he falls safely. And luckily for Ontario, Arman Kapoor, he's 26 off 19 now. Going well. Navneet Dhaliwal, 14 off 14. Parvinder Sharma, good start to his over so far.
Forward defensive by the batsman, no runs.
Navneet Dhaliwal going to play. Is he going to play a captain's innings here for his team? He looks to do so. Looks well set to do so.
He is playing a captain's inning. Both batsmen have been there for a while now. Here he comes, and he uses his feet, hit at the wall. Nice shot. True lofted drive over covers, 4 runs. There is a man in the deep, but he found the gap.
That's a beautiful shot from Navneet Dhaliwal, finding the gap through the offside. You put that in the Christmas catalog there,
and
Rupert.
Ontario is starting to race away. BC is looking for an answer. The only answer they can possibly have here is to try and pick up a wicket because of the rate Ontario is traveling. This game is not going to go to 20 overs.
No, certainly not. They need to find a way to break this partnership.
Here comes the bowler in, delivers, and he cuts it out towards point. No, says the non-striker.
So again, they're doing it easy here. This has been a decent over, but still gone for 7 off 5 deliveries. So they're keeping up with the rate, not doing anything, not taking any unnecessary risks.
Arslan, we're seeing good cricket all the way around. BC is fighting, but Ontario is not giving anything away easily. It's a beautiful sweep shot down to mid-wicket. Man in the deep, cuts off the boundary, brings it in quickly, only a single.
So again, a decent over for Parvinder Sharma, but Ontario getting 8 runs coming off it. The score now 78 for 2 after 9 overs. They've got to do something different here, Rupert. They've got to find a way. Can we maybe get a slip in place? Can we find another man in the ring? Make Ontario do something different. They can't just go through the motions. If they do, they are going to lose this game, so they have to find a way. Do something different here.
They have to do something different, but what would you suggest? Man in the slip wouldn't do it. Right now, Ontario is hitting the ball firmly. Not many balls are beating the bat. They tried different bowlers. They tried spinners. They tried pace. Here comes the bowler in, delivers into the pitch, and he cuts it beautifully. The fielder in the deep is giving chase. Will he cut it off? They go back for 2. Good running between the wickets here from Ontario.
Yudhvir Singh quick there, but not quick enough on that occasion. So another 2 runs to Navneet Dhaliwal. Yeah, maybe another man in the ring. Make him go over the top a little bit more.
Arslan, they might need another bowler, not another man in the ring. Ontario is starting to look very settled. The bowler delivers, and he punches it nicely, but there's a fielder there, cuts it off. No runs.
Again, you're asking me to come up with all the ideas. Rupert, if I had all the ideas, I'd be playing in this game.
Delivers, and he goes hard. This one is beautifully hit. Ontario is just marching along now. The batsmen are looking very dangerous in the middle, and the Ontario fans are smiling as it's a nice lofted drive through covers for the umpire signals 6. It's a lofted drive for 6. Beautiful shot.
Last over, we saw him come down the track. This time, stand and deliver from the captain, Navneet Dhaliwal, the Canadian captain. He's played some quality innings for Canada. He's playing a quality innings for his side here now as he races along to 27 for 21.
Ontario is marching along now. BC needs a wicket to stay in this game. If they don't get a wicket soon, the game will be over. Here comes, he delivers, and Dhaliwal just punches it. The bowler made a good stop there.
That's a good effort from Bajwa. Get his jersey dirty. Everybody's got to have dirty jerseys. They got to be diving around. They got to create half a chance. Do something in the field.
Bajwa is putting in the work for sure. He's trying his best. Here comes Bajwa, delivers. Slower ball, and he dives. And he caught it and covers. He bobbled it, but then he recovered well to take that catch.
Bhupinder Singh Sohal, hard hands, but manages to pounce it. It's got Navneet Dhaliwal. We said he was going well. He's got to go now. That's the wicket they were looking for. That's the wicket BC wanted, and they get it.
They needed that wicket to keep us on our toes, to keep this game interested, because Ontario was taking this game away. Now, that wicket, we have a pause again.
We have a pause. Harsh Tucker now, the new man in. It's a procession of Canadian internationals here. Rupert, another Canadian international, walks in. He wasn't asked to bowl today, but he's going to be asked to bat.
So is it BC playing against the Canada national team?
Well, it seems that way. Is again one Canadian international after another, it seems, for Ontario. Harsh Tucker, Canadian all-rounder, has got a job to do with the bat.
He does have a job to do. This is not easy. BC is not giving in. BC is in the fight. Ontario cannot take anything for granted. With that wicket, I would say once again the game is back to evenly poised.
Say that I am not quite sure, Rupert. They're still going at just under 9 runs and over. Required rate just 6.5. So they need a couple quiet overs. Can they find a way to get a couple quiet overs? That's what they need here at this stage.
Ontario's above the rate, but there's still runs on the board from BC. Ontario has to get there. Here he comes, delivers, tossed up, and he just dabs it backward of square. Picks up a single, looking for 2 as, no, says the non-striker.
Aaron Johnson, we saw him. We saw him just trotting along in between the wickets. He was trotting along there, maybe just teasing the batsman, asking him, trying to bait them into that second run.
The man put on the slide and got to his feet very quickly there.
The score now 87 for 3 after 10. As we say bye to Rupert Albert for now. He will be back. You'll hear his voice in a little bit. I'm now back, joined by Manali Patel. Manali, it's all happening here. We lost Navneet Dhaliwal on the last over. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa doing his job for his team. This is well poised.
This is well poised, but this is excellent batting from Ontario. They have certainly put the BC bowlers under the pump. RC, this has been quite the show by the batsmen.
Certainly has, but this is an important juncture now for BC. They have a new man in, Harsh Tucker. They can't afford to waste too many balls here. He's got to get going, get into his groove. Arman Kapoor going well, 26 off 19. This one just played into the offside by Harsh Tucker. Can he kick his innings into gear quickly here? As this one is a full toss and allows him to put that away. So again, that's what you can't afford. Pravinder Sharma getting away with that. He's not going to get away with too many to this strong Ontario batting lineup.
Yeah, certainly getting away with that full toss. Harsh Tucker, one of the other players coming through the grassroots program, played for the juniors, played under 19. Now knocking the door for the senior men's side again.
Arman Kapoor just going back, hitting this down the ground. And again, this is what getting ahead of the rate early on in the innings does. This is what a good power play does. They don't need to take any unnecessary risks at this stage. And Arman Kapoor just bunting that down the ground for a single.
Yeah, just 64 needed from here on, RC.
Is this one again, looking to drive, gets the inside edge. They can come back for 2. Are they going to look to come back for 2? No, Uday Birwalia is quick. Manages to keep it to 1. So Harsh Thakur now just dealing in singles.
Yeah, but he's doing the right thing, getting Arman Kapoor back on strike. Arman Kapoor going very well, 27 off of 20. Found the boundary 3 times so far.
This time again, looking to on the back foot, driving that through the offside. So again, they know there's no real scoreboard pressure at this point. They've lost 3 wickets, yes, but they're well ahead of the rate. They're going at 8.4 runs and over. And again, just dealing in singles.
Yeah, just 61 runs needed off of 55 balls. Ontario looking to cruise home.
And that one again, looking to just dab that down to third man. Aaron Johnson is there, so no run off the last delivery. The score now, 91 for 3 after 11, Manali. Looks like 5 runs coming off that over. Sorry, 4 runs coming out over. So good over there for Parvinder Sharma. He went for a few in his first, but a good comeback over for him. These two doing it well. 4 overs between them, just 24 runs, and the important wicket of Navneet Dhaliwal.
I'd like to say that dot balls are going to put the pressure on Ontario. However, I don't think that's going to be enough. BC now needs to look to keep on taking regular wickets if they're to put any sort of pressure on Ontario. And as you said, out walks one Canadian batsman, in walks another, and that is just the depth of this Ontario batting lineup.
But it is a final, Manali. They got to go get these runs on. BC have the runs on the board. They've got to find a way to keep going here. As now, Navjot Dosanjh, he had a poor first over. The pressure of the finals told. But now he's got a job to do. He went for 12 off that first over. What can he do for a comeback? He's going to be bowling to Arman Kapoor, who's 28 off 21. 9 overs to go, Manali. Just 61 runs required. They got to keep taking wickets. Find a way to keep taking wickets.
Got to say, I'm surprised to see Navjot back into the attack. He went for 12 runs in his first over.
A miss-stumping. It's a miss-stumping. It is a miss-stumping. Arman Kapoor was out of his crease. And there's now, it's going to be buzzers. It's going to be overthrows. They're not happy with each other here. No, that's off the bat. It's going to be a dropped catch. It's going to go down as a dropped catch. It is a dropped catch as Anup Ravi puts that one down. That was the wicket they were looking for, and unfortunately, not to be on that occasion. 2 runs to Arman Kapoor. On the sweep shot that time from Arman Kapoor. There is a man out there. And just a single. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Nawab Singh Cheema yet into the attack. Manali, he's a key figure for them. I'm sure he won't be too far off. But for now, 3 runs coming off the first 2 balls of Navjot Dosanjh's second over. Slow in the air again and put down this time by him. He has nobody to blame this time, Manali. This was hit straight back to him. So creating opportunities is Navjot Dosanjh, but 2 put down off his over so far.
Yeah, Harsh Thakur is going to have to play a little bit smarter over here. He is capable of hitting the long ball, but right now he's got to get Arman Kapoor on strike.
Goes for the sweep, and there we saw him bowl 3 wides in the first over. Navjot Dosanjh, he's bowled his 4th now, first in this over. So he's got to get his areas right. He's bowled well. This has been a better over from him. Much better over from him. He's got to finish strong. Slow and short that time. Harsh Thakur getting on that back foot, just slapping it down to Yudhvir Singh at long on. So another single to Harsh Thakur. He was dropped in this over, remember. Both these batsmen dropped in this over. They've got to keep going, find a way.
Yeah, certainly look to keep going from here on. And Arman Kapoor
pulls out the reverse. I like to see it. It's just T20 cricket after all.
You asked for some innovation, and there you have it.
I was asking for innovation from BC, Manali. Ontario doesn't have to innovate. They're doing it easily. This is Navjot Dosanjh to continue. No harm done yet so far in this over. Coming down the track, meeting it on the full. This is hit in the air. It's high. The man on the boundary not going to get there. Over the head of Yudhvir Singh. And Harsh Thakur, with his first 6 of the innings, makes the task a little bit easier as the score now goes to 103 for 3 after 12.
That was a fantastic shot, RC, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Harsh Thakur, very capable of being able to hit a long ball. Happy to be able to find his groove on that occasion. Just 49 runs from 48 balls. There is literally no scoreboard pressure here, RC. Ontario with these two batsmen, they look comfortable. Even singles and doubles is going to do it for them at this point.
Yeah, as we see Nawab Singh Chima, we were asking for him. There he is. He's an important man for British Columbia. He's bowled well so far in this tournament. He's got to bowl well here today. But you're right, Manali. Navjot Dosanjh going for another 12 runs off that over. He went for 12 in his first, 12 in that one. A much better over from 2 drop catches. That's going to hurt BC. It has to hurt BC. As Nawab Singh Chima, they just need to run the ball. Nawab Singh Chima, what can he do? He needs to get a couple wickets here for the team.
That is exactly what they need, RC. They need a couple of wickets, and they need a couple of wickets in quick succession. They got to break this partnership, and they got to try and get Arman Kapoor back in the hut. He has looked good, 32 off 24, 3 boundaries in that innings.
I think they'll take either one right now, Manali. They want another batsman in. They'll take either one. Arman Kapoor, he looks good. Harsh Thakur start off well, but as I mentioned, both men dropped in that last over. This one driven, it's over the top. It's over the top, and it's going to go down to the boundary for 4. That's sweetly played, and not the ideal start for Nawab Singh Chima, as that's another 4 runs to the Ontario total, and another 4 runs to Arman Kapoor.
RC, one word comes to mind with that shot, crisp. He picked that up beautifully, and Arman Kapoor looking effortless in his batting in this innings. We had mentioned 150 possibly not being enough, maybe 10 runs short. Now I'm starting to feel like maybe 20, 25 runs short.
Yeah, again, you asked me for par score early in the day as we will see Nawab Singh Chima running in here. This time, delicate from Arman Kapoor. Nawab Singh Chima, he'll consider himself unlucky. He'll say it was an outside edge. Arman Kapoor will say that was guided down to third man, but another boundary to the man. And again, not an ideal start for Chima. As for Nawab Singh, I should say, as he's gone for 8 runs off his first 2 balls.
I definitely side with Arman Kapoor on that one. It looked like he tried to play it fine, and he certainly did. Ontario just in need of 41 more from 46. Now the equation, more balls than runs needed.
Ravinder Paul Singh looks to be just trying to find a way here. The first ball going for 4 over mid-off, so he sent long off. He sent mid-off back to long off. That one going for 4 over third man. As this one's now bowled, we said he needed to take a wicket. He does take the wicket. Arman Kapoor, he looks good, but he's got to go. And is that going to be the moment for British Columbia? Is that the wicket for British Columbia? Nelson has played a trick there, Manali. Ontario, 111 for 4.
What a fantastic innings from Arman Kapoor. Unfortunately, it does come to an end. 40 runs coming off of 27 deliveries for him. 5 fours, no 6s, but you know what? He was able to get that ball all the way around the park and definitely got Ontario into a dominating and comfortable position. I think he's done his job. Of course, he would like to finish it for Ontario, but certainly put his hand up and put on a good performance. Nawab Singh, very expensive in his over so far, going for 8 runs and 3 balls, but he does pick up a very important wicket in Arman Kapoor.
Yes, certainly. And again, Nelson, it's always funny what happens when teams get to 1-1-1. Something happens. And for that time, just too quick for Arman Kapoor. It looks like Nawab Singh just reached into his back pocket, pulled out a couple extra yards of pace, and got through the defenses of Arman Kapoor. Harsh Thakur still out there, 10 off 8. And the new man, Parveen Kumar, he's got a job to do now. He's got to build a partnership. But again, no scoreboard pressure. These guys can do it easy. They can afford a couple quiet overs. But Nawab Singh, he'll be looking for a second. He went for 2 fours off his first 2 deliveries. As we now see a slip in place as well. This is good pressure from Ravinder Paul Singh. Short this time, hard, hit hard. That made a thud off his thigh pad. Nawab Singh, it's the final. He's bending his back here for his side. He needs to bend his back here for his side. So a good comeback after being hit for 2 boundaries.
Yeah, great comeback indeed. And picking up a very important wicket. BC are going to be very happy with Nawab Singh. Parveen Kumar, the new man in, looking to get off of strike. Harsh Thakur also just coming in recently. He has hit 1-6 and looking more and more comfortable with each delivery.
This one just losing the line there a little bit, and you can afford him a little bit of grief, a little bit of grace, I should say. He's been working hard. He's bending his back. He's looking for that pace. He's looking to create, looking to get something off this wicket. This is a used wicket. We've said it over and over again. Another used wicket. So not a lot in there for the seamers, but Nawab Singh Chima trying to pick up anything. If there's anything in this wicket, he's going to find it. That's what he's telling himself as he gears in to run in again. Full this time, driven well, but well done by Nawab Singh. Well done to stop 4 runs, but they come through for a single in his follow-through, getting a hand on it.
Yeah, that was hit hard. Definitely did a good job saving runs down the ground. For the previous delivery, the wide, Arslan, you are being nice. I mean, every time BC manages to put a little bit of pressure on Ontario, they're giving extras away, and that helping Ontario feel more comfortable after a couple of dot balls.
Certainly going to help him feel comfortable, but then again, no real scoreboard pressure here, so they should be pretty comfortable. The new man, he's gotten off the mark, is Praveen Kumar. Nawab Singh now, Stalker. And this time, looking for the drive. They're going to go for the single. While comes across, but does not come across fast enough. They're going to come through for the single. So score now after 13, Manali, Ontario, 114 for 4.
114 for 4. We have 7 more overs to come. I don't really think Ontario's going to need 7 overs to finish this. Just 39 runs needed in 43 deliveries. BC, they're going to need to find a miracle with the ball. Possibly 2 quick wickets, 3 quick wickets to switch this momentum onto their side.
Yeah, they need wickets here. They certainly need wickets, and they're calling on one of their big men. They're one of their key spinners. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. He's back into the attack. So just 1 over spells for Navjot Dosanjh. He's out of the attack. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa back. They've got to find a way. Harsh Thakur. He's dealing in singles. He did hit that big 6, but he's been quiet. He's been watching a lot from the non-striker's end. This one looking to drive down the ground. So well fielded there off his own bowling from Dilpreet Singh Bajwa.
Yeah, you're right. Dealing in singles, not much more needed than that, RC. We could comfortably see these guys bringing Ontario home in just singles.
And again, a dot ball. So 2 dot balls to start this over. Dot balls aren't gonna worry them too much at this stage, but they can't afford to lose another wicket. These two, they've got to do it. They've got to take them deep here. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, he's got other ideas. This time, looking to carve that to third man. The quick single. Pravinder Sharma is there, but they're able to come through for a single. So again, Harsh Thakur getting off strike.
Impressive stuff from Harsh Thakur. Both batsmen actually looking to maneuver the field, get off strike, rotate strike. No need to take any risks. Just 37 runs needed after 39 balls. Praveen Kumar back on strike.
It's been a long tournament, Manali. 5 straight days of cricket for these guys as we see Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. This time, Praveen Kumar looking for the big hit. It's gone past the keeper. This is going to run away. No, it's not. They're going to be able to chase it down. Pravinder Sharma with a good chase. As he corrals that in, we'll wait for the umpire signal. And no, it's off the bat. So does that go down as a drop? It's a tough chance, but 2 runs to the score nonetheless for Ontario.
Tough chance indeed. 2 important runs for Ontario. And you know what? Had that catch been taken, as hard as it might have been, that would have been another wicket for Ontario.
Oh, and he's beaten all ends up. That's brilliant delivery. Flight, guile, spin for Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. That's Nathan Lyon-esque there on that one.
He certainly bowled well. 1 delivery to come in this over. He'd love to finish on a high, going for 15 and 2.5, picking up 1 wicket. Praveen Kumar to face the final delivery.
Going for the sweep this time. It's in the air, but it's going to fall safe, and just another single. So Praveen Kumar looks to be in a little bit of a hurry here. Manali is a score now 118 for 4 after 14.
34 runs needed, 36 balls to get. What can BC do here? They definitely need a wicket. Arslan, there has been no pressure from the bowlers, no pressure from the fielders. Ontario look very comfortable out there. They batted well, BC. They're probably regretting not taking a few more quick singles, rotating the strike a little bit more.
They certainly do look good. They certainly are playing well. Nawab Singh has other ideas, however. He's bowled well so far in this spell. He's got to find a way. Can he get another? Can he get a second?
Oh,
This time it's a full toss. It's in the air, but he's got to go. Not the way he would have wanted the wicket, but he's got to go. Uday Singh Walia taking a low catch at the cover ring. Parveen Kumar, he doesn't want to go. He's standing his ground. Uday Walia claiming the catch. He's saying it bounced first. It looked out. It looked like he got his hands under it. The umpire's getting together. We'll wait for the signal. We'll wait for the signal from the umpires. He's going to make us wait. He's going to walk all the way back to the stumps, and he's got to go. Parveen Kumar, he's got to go.
Very, very unfortunate for Parveen Kumar. That was a low full toss, asking to be hit, and unfortunately finds a man in cover, and that he has to walk back 4 runs off of 6 balls. Ontario 118 for 5. And in walks in.
The big man, the man himself, the captain of Canada last week, Saad bin Zafar. He likes to play in finals. We saw him in the T20 final with a man-of-the-match performance. He might not get a man-of-the-match performance today, but he's got to take his team over the line to Saad bin Zafar. As one left-hander and Parveen Kumar goes, another left-hander and Saad bin Zafar comes out to bat. Ontario, not going to say in a little bit of trouble, but it is a precarious situation now. 118 for 5 and 14.1.
Yeah, 5 wickets down. Can be tricky. Of course, just 34 runs needed. Should still be very easy for Ontario. Saad bin Zafar walking in. Very experienced campaigner. Very handy with the bat. And Nawab Singh, RC lucky to get a wicket off of that last delivery. That should have gone to the boundary.
Yeah, it should have gone to the boundary. It was hit hard, but hit to that man. Canadian international Uday Singh Walia. He stepped up to the plate. He bowled well early in this innings, and he's taken a spectacular catch down for a team. We said Nawab Singh needed another wicket. He's picked up another wicket, and now Saad bin Zafar, he's got a job to do with the bat. Still 34 runs to go. BC feel as though they're in this game. They're on the hunt. Slip in place. Ring on the offside. Third man, fine leg. Deep mid-wicket. Deep cover. This time full once again. Not able to get it away. So again, this is impressive stuff from Nawab Singh. He's bowling well here for his team. 2 dot balls. But more importantly, another wicket to him. He's doing a job for his side. He's got to keep going. Just looking to see what's going on here. Maybe just feeling his knee, so no harm done. Maybe just some tape there that's just being adjusted. He's going to continue. He's got to stay out there for his team. This is the final. They're in a fight here, BC.
Yeah, I got to put everything out there. Both of these sides.
This time, driving it down. Parvinder Sharma is there. He needs a hit. No, not going to be. And Saad Zafar getting off the mark. He put in a dive. He's gotten his jersey dirty. And he's willing to put it all on the line here for his team. And that's a single to Saad bin Zafar. He gets off the mark.
Put in a dive there. Yesterday, he was run out against Quebec without facing a delivery. Certainly don't want to see a run out for Ontario. At this point, just needing 33 off 33 now as Harsh Tucker back on strike.
Looking to drive down the ground. Does drive down the ground. The man is there, however. It's Parvinder Sharma at long on. It's just going to be a single. So again, this is a good over. This is the over BC was looking for. Can he keep it tight? Can he keep it tight in the end? Again, they just need to run a ball. So the singles are going to be helping Ontario, but BC, they got to keep going for wickets. Where is that other wicket going to come from? Nawab Singh Chima, he looks to be the man. Looks to be asking for long on to come into the ring. Send long off. Send mid off back. Looks to be asking, there you go, fine leg being asked to come into the ring. Parvinder Sharma now sent back to long off. So there's an opportunity there. Does Saad bin Zafar want to get down on one knee? We know he likes to play that cut shot. We know he likes to flick it off his legs. What's he going to do here? Full toss, looking to drive through the offside, but again, it's that man, Udaybir Singhwalia. Run out chance. This is brilliant stuff from Udaybir Singhwalia in the field. But again, a single for Ontario. That's all they need now. They just need to run a ball, and they're keeping up with it.
Electric fielding here from Walia. He picked up a very good catch the over before, and this is definitely saving a boundary, saving 3 runs for his team. There is some confusion. Asked to drop back to the boundary, then asked no, stay in the circle. Ravinder Pal Singh making sure his fielders in the right place, save every run that they can, because Ontario just in need of 31 more runs.
Just one ball to go in this over. Looking for that Yorker, looking for that magic delivery, not to be on that occasion. Another single to Harsh. And with that brings us to the end of the 15th over. Ontario 122 for 5. 30 balls left, 30 runs required. This is going to go down to the wire, folks. I'm going to sign off for today. My name's Arsalan Kadir, and I'm going to hand it off back to Rupert Albert and Manali Patel to take you to the end.
Thank you, Arsalan. It's a very exciting game developing here, or I should say we are in an exciting game. Ontario trying to close out this game, BC trying hard to hang in. Monali, is this the final you were hoping for?
You know, I can certainly say Ontario has put in a very good performance. However, I'd be lying if I say I'm a little disappointed with the bowling that BC has come out with. And I told you earlier on, I think they needed at least 10, maybe 20 more runs. And as predicted, Ontario is making easy work of this total.
Monali, it doesn't look easy. It's still a fight. 31 runs needed in 31 balls. BC is not giving up. The batsman settles. Bowl on top of his mark as he rushes in. Delivers down the leg side, and he's just helped along. There's no one down there. It could race away. The fielder is chasing, but it has legs, and it made it to 4 runs. Valuable runs for Ontario there. The bowlers are straight on the leg side.
Yeah, unfortunate for Bajo on that occasion, and that's 4 more runs to Ontario's total. And Harsh Tucker saying, thank you, I'm just going to glide that down to the boundary. There is no fine leg fielder. Easy runs and a terrible delivery, knowing that that is his field setting.
Bajo into his final over. Here he comes. Delivers. Is short and it's cut away, but straight to the fielder.
Harsh Tucker, we know, is very capable with the bat. He is now, we keep thinking of him as a junior, and he is younger, but he's been around for a while.
And he goes over mid-wicket. There's a man indeed. They're looking for 2. They go back for the second run as the fielder fumbles. Valuable runs coming here. Ontario is not trying to leave it to the last over. They're trying to finish this game early. Don't take chances.
Yeah, certainly cruising to the total now. BC need a miracle. They need to find a wicket. They've tried everything. They've changed their bowling on regular intervals.
And he plays it past the bowler, picks up another single. Ontario is cruising along now. 127 for 5.
Rupert, we've been out here for 5 days. 5 full days of cricket. 3 games on 2 fields.
And
this is what it comes down to.
And it's a fit and final indeed. The crowd is here. It's the top of Canadian cricket here. Ontario versus BC, the National T20 Championship. We're down to the final stage of this inning. Bowler comes, delivers, and he outside edge, but there's a single there.
Very comfortably getting the singles now. Ontario, there are a lot of gaps in the field, not enough men in the 30-yard circle. BC not sure what to do, save the boundary or save the single. Fortunately, that's what happens when you don't have enough runs on the board. And the batting side is on top of you.
Bowler delivers, and he hits it to the mid-wicket region. They're looking for 2. They're looking, and they says no. Fielder was quickly onto the ball. I would say Ontario is cruising along now.
Yeah, we can certainly say that. Both Saad bin Zafar and Harsh Tucker out in the middle for Ontario. They look relaxed. Harsh Tucker now on 22 off of 19 deliveries. He's hit 1-4, 1-6. Saad bin Zafar looking comfortable as well, not looking challenged with the bowling. And Ontario 131 for 5 after 16. Bajwa giving 9 runs in that last over.
The Ontario is trying not to leave it to the end. They're trying to finish the game as soon as possible. It's only 26 runs required in 28 balls, but you don't want to leave it to the last 2 overs. You want to finish it before that because anything can happen at the end of a cricket game. And here we are, Ontario trying to finish this championship game here.
Nawab Singh back into the attack for his 3rd over.
Jumps and delivers. Full toss and puts it to the mid-wicket. A good fumble there. A chance of a run out. But in the end, it's a single for Ontario.
Yeah, slight misfield by the cover fielder, and Ontario so quick to react, stealing another single. Nawab Singh into his 3rd over. He's gone for 15 in his 2 overs. Picked up 2 wickets of Ontario. Can he pick up another for his team?
You can see BC starting to look a little dejected out there. The enthusiasm in the BC fielders has disappeared. Ontario look like they're on the march to the victory here. Here he comes. Charges and delivers. Outside the off stump, another full toss. Beats the fielder. There's a man deep trying to cut it off. They go back for 2. Looking for a 3rd run and he stopped. Ontario is matching along.
They are matching along, and you know, Rupert, it's very good to see they've run 1, they've run 2 hard, and they're still looking for that 3rd. They know they're cruising home, but that intent is still there. They're not taking this lightly.
We have seen some positive cricket today from both teams, BC and Ontario. Ontario has been excellent running between the wicket. As
18 runs needed off of 22 deliveries for Ontario.
Saad to face. Short ball on the leg. Drops him on the pad. No run scored.
A rare dot ball, Rupert. They've looked to rotate this strike on almost every delivery.
Manali, we predicted that this game is going to come down to the wire, and we are going down to the wire. 18 runs required in 21 balls. That's down to the wire still to me. Game is still on.
I don't know, Rupert. I think I might have to disagree. I would say Ontario sailing home.
Here comes the bowler. Chance of a run out there. The fielder fumbles. Another single to Ontario.
Aaron Johnson on that occasion not able to pick up as cleanly as he would like. And Saad bin Zafar running through for a quick single as Harsh Tucker agrees. These two have communicated very well out in the field. You can tell they've been playing. This whole Ontario side has been playing very well with each other. They do know each other well. They've played for Canada together. Good camaraderie, good communication. And you definitely need that when you're trying to come together as a team in a championship final.
As they try to finish this game here, the bowler rushes in, jumps, delivers, and drives it back to mid-off, picks up a quick single. The fielders threw the ball in hard, but safely back.
Very good running on that occasion again. Ontario just in need of 16 runs off of 19 deliveries. Harsh Tucker 24 off 21. Saad bin Zafar 6 off 7.
BC looking for a miracle.
BC absolutely looking for a miracle, Rupert. There is one more delivery to come in this over. Discussion between the bowler, Nawab Singh, and the captain. Trying to see if there's anything that they can find for BC.
Manali says Ontario is racing away. They expected this thing to game is even as he rushes in, trying to finish off the game here. Short ball and he pulls it away. There's a man deep. One bounce to him. Every run counts here. Every ball counts. Every run counts. We're coming down to the wire. I say we're coming down to the wire. You say Ontario is racing away.
Ontario 137 for 6 after 17 in a T20. Rupert, when you need 15 runs off of 18 balls, that is certainly cruising home. Harsh Tucker, he has looked very good not bowling today. However, when given the chance to bat, he has put his hand up and said, you know what, Ontario, I got you guys. I'm going to bring you home. Played a very mature innings. He is capable of hitting the long ball, but he knows it's not needed right now. Why take the risks when you can get home on the singles and the doubles? And that's exactly what they've done, not losing any wickets.
We got 15 runs in 18 balls. Ontario is on top. But the game is not over yet. BC is trying to get a couple of quick wickets.
And look at that. Aaron Johnson now into bowl. Rupert, we have seen him pick up wickets in this tournament. Had a bit of a golden arm in that first game that I saw him play on Monday. Can he do what is needed for BC? Can he pick up a couple of wickets?
BC needs him to do something spectacular. He did something with the bat. Can he do something with the ball? Zafar waits. The field adjusts. Here comes Johnson, delivers outside the off stumps. No runs there. Fielder send back.
Good call on that occasion. Harsh Tucker sending Saad Zafar back. Definitely not a run. Cover fielder onto it in a flash. Good start for Aaron Johnson. Can he bowl another 5-dot balls, Rupert? Pick up a maiden?
I doubt he can bowl another 5-dot ball. Zafar has too much experience for this. Johnson then delivers this short, and he's pulled away. There's a gap there. Should go for four runs. It was a short, loose delivery, and was firmly put away.
Very poor delivery from Johnson on that occasion, and Zafar finding the gap beautifully between long on and mid wicket. That's 4 crucial runs for Ontario.
No Ontario.
Looks like it's slipping away from BC.
No Ontario can definitely see the finish line. The crowd is saying, come on, Saad. Here he goes. Up again, and he cuts it through covers. Fielder stops it, but no, misfield. Picks up 2 runs there. Ontario is on the way now.
Ontario on the way, and you can hear them in the dugout. Ontario cheering every run now. They know they're almost home. Just 9 runs needed. 15 balls to come. Ontario 143 for 5.
Aaron Johnson delivers and is cut again to point and take another single. Appeal for a run out. But the batsmen have been very good between the wickets taking the singles today. Umpire says no.
Slight optimism from the BC keeper. Of course, they're going to ask for everything they can. Unfortunately, they're not able to find that miracle that we said they need. 2 deliveries to come in this Aaron Johnson over. 7 runs so far that he's given. Harsh Tucker to face. This has been a very clinical performance from Ontario so far. They came out, they did it with the ball. Now they're doing it with the bat, showing their dominance in this tournament.
Johnson delivers it short and is pulled away. Rightfully so, but there's a man in the deep. He cuts it off. Another valuable single for Ontario as they inch their way closer to the victory mark. Monali hasn't been the best over from Johnson here.
No, it certainly has not. He's missed his length on multiple occasions, missed his line. Not the consistency or the type of bowling that BC would have wanted from him.
Johnson in, delivers, pitched up, and he slashes it to the bottom edge past the keeper, but it's still valuable runs. Another single for Ontario.
Johnson, hands on head, thinking there was a chance there. There was an under edge. However, that just results in another run for Ontario. 146 for 5 after 18. Ontario just in need of 6 more runs. 2 whole overs to get that.
They have 2 overs, and now you can relax a little bit. My partner here was a little on my case because I said it was going down to the wire. And now I see the smiles returning to the faces of the Ontario supporters as Ontario only requires 6 in 12 balls.
Yeah, Rupert could finish this with just 1 big hit, although I don't think Ontario is going to look to do that. They're going to play it safe. They know they don't want to lose a wicket here, especially when they're just cruising home. I have been disappointed from BC. I mean, I know they've tried, but at the same time, they've had a lot of wayward bowling. They've given extras.
Zafar waits to take received the ball and pitched up and drived along to mid-off. Fielder did well to stop it there.
Yeah, captain on that occasion, Ravinder Paul Singh, onto it in a flash. A dot ball, but you know what? When you've got so many extra deliveries to get us a small total of 6 runs, dot balls are not going to bother Ontario. Nawab Singh now into his final over of the spell, or his spell.
Zafar Wade's trying to finish this game. Bowler rushes in, delivers, and he pulls it away. There's a fielder there. Misfield, should go for 2 runs. Ontario now only needing 4 for victory.
2 crucial runs coming for Ontario there. And this is what I mean, Rupert. The fielders, they're getting down, but they're missing the ball. These misfields have cost them. The wides have cost them.
It's been a long day, Monali. They've been here for 5 days in a row. It's been hot. It's been sticky. We're at the final of the National Canadian T20 Championship as the bowler rushes into Saad bin Zafar. Delivers, pitches up, full toss, and is gone for 4. And this is the game. Ontario is your 2022 National T20 Champions.
What an absolutely clinical, professional performance from Ontario. They chase this total down with 9 deliveries to spare. BC putting up 151 for 4 in their 20. Ontario comfortably chasing 152 for 5 in 18.3. And Rupert, I must say I'm very impressed with this Ontario side. Yes, they do have a lot of national players, and why not? They have the experience in Ontario. They certainly have the talent in Ontario. And players now shaking hands. A very good performance.
Manali and Aslan, it was a very good game. It was a fitting game. The organizers could not possibly ask for anything different. We had a game that entertained the crowd. We looked for a 150 score, and they did make it to 150, and Ontario putting on a clinical display in chasing it down. Arslan, what a game.
What a game, what a tournament, Rupert. The National T20 Championships, the first time we've had all 10 provinces here this week. There's been some special performances in Ontario coming out on top in that red, beating BC. Once again, the organizers, they should be proud of themselves. We've got all 10 teams here. Nova Scotia surprising everybody, getting into the semifinals, and now Ontario lifting the trophy. We'll see that in just a moment.
Ontario was the favorite in this tournament. My fellow commentators had predicted an Ontario victory, but it definitely was not a walkover. There was moments that was a bit tense, but in the end, the team that was expected to win prevailed. BC has nothing to be ashamed of.
To those of you who have joined us over the past 5 days, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And we certainly hope that you've enjoyed the games and our commentary.
Thank you, everybody. It's been 5 days of brilliant cricket here from the National T20 Championships. We'll see you soon. There's a couple more tournaments, so keep your eyes out. The presentation will be in 30 minutes, so stay tuned. 15 minutes. We're all over the place, but we'll get there in the end. The presentation is coming to you soon. Once again, thank you for tuning in. This has been a brilliant display of cricket over 5 days. As you'll see Ontario in the huddle, they're going to win, and we'll see you very soon for the presentation. Thank you once again for joining us. I'm Arslan Kadir. Rupert Albert, I'll get it right, alongside Manali Patel, also alongside. Thank you once again, and we'll see you soon.